For the big man!
The most comprehensive football and netball coverage across the great South Coast. Broadcasting your match of the day on 94.5 FM and online.
Kick over the top to Matty Wines. He plays on, runs onto that customary left foot. Out in front of bat. Pulls in a screamer. Oh. Put it down.
An English gather he can. Dances around, short kick, looking for a teammate in Alexander. Goes by hand to Wrench to Alexander. Oh, good tackle.
Led by Matty Stewart and your number one local footy call team.
Katie Lovell kicks on its way. Is it going to fade back? Oh, big grab in the goal square.
Right on McKinnon. Thompson, can he get the handball out to Gordon? Gordon sells one, tackled. They're asking for holding the ball. They get it, the Eagles.
For Clinton, Bolsh, Warrnambool, Nissan, Badeness Rural, Harvey Norman Computers, Sungold Milk, and McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central. This is 3YBFM's Hampden League Live.
The tradies know you got to get down to Ponting's. We've got ya.
Rafferty's Tavern is the ideal venue for your next events with a range of spaces to suit large or small functions. The modern family bistro serves up delicious meals to suit every taste, and you won't be able to get the kids out of the multi-room play area. Rafferty's Tavern, West Warrnambool.
On 3YBFM, this is Hampden League Live for Badeness Rural, Lucas Brothers Butchers and Greens Bricks and Windows.
Welcome back to Hampden League Live this afternoon on your home of football and netball, of course, 3YBFM. Jump on the 3YBFM Facebook page, live streaming up and about now, all thanks to the team at Fitz Media, Harrison and Fitzy and the crew. They do a magnificent job, and it's pretty wet conditions downstairs. We go down to our boundary rider this afternoon, all thanks to Rent for Keeps, the big man. Who's got the big mitts from One and Water, is Big Peter Eulens. Pee-wee, how are you, buddy? What's the conditions like downstairs?
Yeah, thanks, matey. Not too bad down here. It's obviously been a little bit of rain around this morning, and it's a little bit slippery on top. And but it's just passed a little bit for now. So hopefully it stays away, and we can get some good footy happening.
And really no wind down there, Pee-wee, which is so that sort of won't play a part probably. But that probably makes the drizzle hang around a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's the thing, Eyes. You know, with a little bit of wind, you can sometimes blow it away or help dry out the top of the ground. But it is really calm out here, so I don't think we'll be looking for any end with advantage with any wind.
And probably glad you wore the rubber boots today, Pee-wee, to be honest, downstairs.
Hey, Pee-wee, just the jacket's come off upstairs here, Big Matty. I'm always intrigued as to what he's wearing today, and that's up there with some of the worst we've seen, Poss. This white number.
Good
it's
fashion,
hard to judge sometimes. I better get a photo of it.
You just don't know what it's going to present, do you? But he might have a bit of the Commonwealth Games start next week. So
he's come a long way, because it was this time of year a few years ago that he was denim on denim at the Darwin Cup. He's come on a long way.
Yeah, as I say, Commonwealth Games next week. He's probably trying to get into the theme of that, I reckon, with his night gear on and his Air Jordan tracky pants. Light runners, he's looking all right.
He doesn't have on the white jumper, is he?
He's not a traditional. He's not a traditional wet weather day at the footy.
No,
I
wouldn't be downstairs wearing this get up. That is for sure. But I mean, the comfort of the box. Who's going to win? Pee-wee, starting with you.
Well, I think it's going to be Camperdown, but I'm really hoping to see something from Port Fairy today on the home track, get a win before the season finishes.
Eyes.
Look, hard to tip against Camperdown, but go Port Fairy.
Yeah, based on the Magpies' performance last week, Matty, hard to go past them after beating Portland. Again, like everybody, let's go for the Seagulls, but I think Camperdown in a hopefully a close one.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to go for the Seagulls.
Hey, in a nail biter.
Coach goes up there for the Camperdown Magpies. Free kick's been plucked here too by the umpire, and it's going to go to number 24. Oscar Pollock, of course, son of the great Mickey Pollock. Wasn't he a superstar? And this kid goes very good himself. Big long kick, looking for Sully. Ball goes there at the back of the pack. Now the Magpies, that's through Draffin. Good kick on that far outer side to Dommy Absalom. Over the top that time to Joshy Place. Place goes back inboard, and the ball's gone out of bounds, and we're going to have a ball up. It's going to take us a quarter or two, Poss, I reckon, just to settle down. There's a few new faces in both teams, but we'll try our best.
There is indeed. I was speaking to Colin Harwood earlier on down in the rooms. He said you wouldn't know many of these blokes, Poss, and I don't, but there's a boundary throw in, and it's going to be Chapman for Port Fairy go up. He couldn't quite get the tap out. The ball falls to ground, stacks on the mill. Loose one behind was Pollock. A lot of possessions early. Big barrel. Sully from behind's got the sit. Get some separation. He'll run onto it. He can pick it over your goal. He fell over. Got onto the right foot. Then he fell over again. He's at it again. On top of the ball. So they're defending hard. The Camperdown Kangaroos. There's an opportunity for Port again. Pushed over there to the line. Great defending. And the ball clears out this outer wing, but it might come back quickly because Harwood led the chase. He couldn't get it. The ball fell out the back there towards Lucardi for Port Fairy. He got out to McNeil. McNeil got it further on the field there towards, that was Myers. Myers kicks forward. Looking for the free kick was Lee from Port Fairy, but nothing doing. So the umpire comes out there towards Coates, I think it was, for Camperdown. A snap for goal, but it's gone out of bounds on the full. Yes, and a free kick. Relieving free kick down in that far back pocket. So a lot of bit of a 4R forward there, Pee-wee by the Seagulls, but they couldn't take advantage of that entry.
Yeah, and being nice and frantic earlier, they're up and about Port Fairy and they're looking to attack, which is a great sign.
Started with intent, haven't they?
And Kelson Oscar Pollock's had 3 or 4 touches here early for the Port Fairy Seagulls. A player that you would have seen a fair bit of at the Roosters was his father, Mickey.
Oh, he's one of the greats, Mickey Pollock. In a good era, he was a great player.
Here they go, the Camperdown Magpies, their first foray forward for the afternoon. Good contest there, gathered there by Toby Adamson for the Port Fairy Seagulls, high up and under. Taking a nice mark there for the Camperdown Magpies, and that was Braden Draffin. Plays on 2, bit of run and carry, kicks it long and strong into the forward 50. Well done there by Colin Harwood. Oh, he's a good defender. That was great play. Mark that one down as a Matco highlight of the day contender. Here comes Sully again. Oh, taken high, surely. Umpire says play on. Handball goes back inboard. Here's for the, I think it might be Paddy Lee, I reckon. Little chip kick over the top that time. Son of the great Greg Lee there too, Paddy.
Oh, is it? Yes.
Diving on the football there. Umpire says play on. It's a scrappy old affair. There's Paddy Lee again with a handball out to Sully. Sully on that left boot. Little snap kick over the top. Nearly a one-handed grab there by Radush Mohan. And coming back. Radush Mohan.
He's a
play on.
Delight.
There he is again, Mohan. Snapper in the body. It's gone straight across the face. And I tell you what, she's still in play. No, it's not. Out of bounds.
Not sure it went out either, but... Hey, Matthew, it's all been played in Port Fairy's 50, isn't it, at this point in time?
And, look, down on the boundary there for rent for keeps, Pee-wee Newland. If Port Fairy can keep this intensity, they're going to be right in the game for a long time.
Oh, definitely. This is what the coach was talking about at the start of the game, having that intensity from the start, and you can't ask for much more than this. We just hope they get some rewards
boys,
soon.
We're blessed here today, too, because the boundaries... the Proclaimers, the brothers. You have a look at them. They have made a special appearance.
They might walk 500 miles.
You wait till you see them, mate. They are the Proclaimers.
I wish we could get some action out on this side of the ground so we can see them, eyes. But Charlie Lucas got it for Camperdown, couldn't control it. The ball comes back, left foot kick down the line. That was by O'Neill, Lukey O'Neill, the Rock. Here's a chance over there for Pollock. Been good early for Port Fairy. Couldn't control it. Spence knocked it over the line out of bounds, right in front of the Cobb's Bakery sign over there in the wing position. Far out of side here at the Gardens Oval Port Fairy. We've played 4.5 minutes on the battery wheel time clock. No score on the Ashojan concrete scoreboard at this stage.
And if you're streaming, which a lot of people will be doing with Fitz Media, what a great production they're putting here. But you'd look and say this is as picturesque a ground as there could be in Australia, isn't it? It's just a magnificent, with the trees behind here at Port Fairy. It's super.
And Isaac Stevens took a nice mark there too for the Camden Magpies. Quick snap around the body. Gathered here by Judah Dundon. Dundon inboard to the big man, Flash Gordon. And I tell you what, I've got a sneaking suspicion, Flash, even though it's wet and slippery today, he could have a day out. He's a big unit.
They don't get any smaller, do they, throughout the day?
Big Gordon at one end and Sully at the other. The two spearheads. And Sammy Gordon, he's going to have a shot about 35 metres out, nearly directly in front. This is for the first score of the afternoon. A little bit similar to Boulder's shot last night. He's told to play on, and he's missed it. I reckon he's snuck it in for a behind. Yes, he has. And it's gone through for the first score of the afternoon, and it's for the Camperdown Magpies. They got a 1 behind 1 point. Port Fairy Seagulls yet to score. Shogun. Rock hard concrete scoreboard.
And the ball spent 4 of the 5 minutes of play in Port Fairy's forward line, and yet Camperdown with 1 4A forward Pete Hewland are leading.
It's always the unfortunate thing, having all the play and then getting up the other end and getting a score against you. But if they can defend on and hold on, they're in this game at the moment.
Yeah, he's plucked out a free kick here, the umpire. It's going to go to Camperdown. So Colin Harwood's kick in came straight back in. And there's a free kick now for Isaac Stevens with the long sleeves. He's going to go back. He's directly in front. He's only a matter of 25, 30 metres out, directly in front. Opportunity to put the first goal on the board this afternoon for the Camperdown Magpies. Of course, this first quarter brought to us by Harvey Norman Computers, our great friends out there in East Warrnambool. Comes in, Stevens, good kick on its way over.
Beautiful
the
kick.
Umpires had it's a goal. So
Straight
the first
over
goal
Straight over
on the
his
Shojin
hat.
concrete scoreboard this afternoon. 6.5 minutes into the first quarter of the Battery Wheel time clock. First blood to the Camperdown Magpies through Isaac Stevens, and they go under 1-1-7, leading the Port Fairy Seagulls, who are yet to score. And Pee-wee, as I mentioned, all the play for the first 3 or 4 minutes. 2 forward entries by Camperdown, and all of a sudden they're 7 points.
Yeah, it's always the danger, isn't it? They get it forward, get a couple of scores. I'll be really interested now just to watch the Port Fairy team, because the coach before the game spoke about keeping them upbeat when other teams do get a couple of goals. So I'll be interested to see how they respond. They've been in it and they've been fighting hard, so hopefully continue to see that.
So the ball back in the middle now. It's Chapman. He's up against Coates again. Coates wins it down. Oh, big contest there at centre half forward. Stacks on the mill. And the umpire says, give it to me. Slippery conditions here at the Gardens Oval, Port Fairy. It's been drizzly rain all morning, to be honest. Coates wins it down again. McMill could have been taken high. There goes Spence. He's dispossessed. High up and under. Going back with the football now is Dundon. Coming out there was the other Port Fairy forward. Here's Pollock. He's been in everything for the Seagulls early. Could have got a free kick for too high for mine. Goes and gets his football again. Picked up that time by Ollie. I think it was young Ollie Myers there, of course, son of the great Daniel Myers, 2 back in the day. Sully's calling for it long. He gets it now. It's a 2-on-1. The Man Mountain just pushes it to the front. Is it going to be rushed through? It's a kick off the ground, and it is a goal. Apples Thomas salutes and gives the 2-finger sign, and I can't quite pick up who it is.
Number 12.
Number 12, it is Segde Lucardi for the Port Fairy Seagulls. I think Segde got recruited out of Italian Super League team, and that is a Lucas Brothers snag of the day. And Greg Kelso.
Yeah, number 12, boys.
And Peter Hewland, all thanks to Red for Keeps. That was a good opportunistic goal.
Well, that was a great response. Camperdown kicked that goal, and it was a really quick response, and they're really upbeat and excited down here at the bench, on the Seagulls bench.
Oh, I'm excited. There's no doubt about that, Pee-wee. But
that was a good goal.
That's reward for effort, though, isn't it? Because Port Fairy's been very, very good.
I reckon they're cracking in. That's what they're doing at the moment. They're just having a real honest crack. And I think if they can produce this for 4 quarters, they're certainly going to go a long way in this contest. So we've got a secondary bounce here. It's going to be Chapman up against Coates. Up they go again. Coates goes up uncontested. Kick off the ground that time by Andy McNeil. Nice mark taken there by Jared Evans for the Camperdown Magpies. Goes inboard to Spence. Back to Evans. Kick wasn't that good. Or missed the target that time. 2 gathered. Could have been taken high. Umpire says play on. Here's Spence. He gathers. Look at that pick up. Clean as a whistle. Goes back inboard. Beautiful kick of the football. A nice diving mark there taken by Miles Sinnott.
Yeah, and Sinnott goes wide because he's got a man over there by himself. It looks like O'Neill. He drives a left foot, a good kick down the line. Good use of the body from behind there was by Dalton for the Seagulls. Affected the spoil. Now they jump on it like a seagull on a leftover chip up at the East Beach, and there'll be a boundary throw in over that far outer side wing. 1-1-7, the Camperdown Magpies, 1 straight goal of the Seagulls. Battery Wheel time clock, we're ticking into just 10 minutes. Entertaining first quarter brought to you by Harvey Norman Computers. Up they go. Free kick picked out of this is going to go to Port Fairy, and it's going to go to Matt Sully now, having a bit of a run on the ball. So you'd expect that. No, it's not Sully. It's not Sully. It's, in fact, Chapman down there. So here's a chance at ground level for the Magpies. Well done by O'Neill. Drives it in again. Another marking contest between 2 again. Well done from behind again by Dalton. Affected the spoil. Buttering up is Hayes for Port Fairy. Got it back over the top to Harwood. So the experienced Seagulls doing the job. And a good mark taken out there on the wing by McNeil. So Andy McNeil, former creeker, up in the box with 2 creekers today. And here's a chance now for Dalton again. Oh, no, this is our mate Mohan. for Port Fairy. Drives it deep. Sully in the front position. Couldn't quite take the mark. Come off hands. Might have got pushed in the back, and the umpire said, I agree. So Matt Sully will go back now. He's going to be about... it's a little bit of a how do you do there as he gets up. So Matty Sully will go back. By the time he has a shot here, Matty, he'll be about 50 metres out.
He's been in everything though, Sully, hasn't he, boys?
He has indeed. And, look, he just needs to be, doesn't he? Because he's the leader of the Seagulls. He's not on the right side for a left footer, but, it's not beyond him. Sully comes in, nice kick on its way. I tell you what, just missed to the left, said our great man, Apples Thomas, and one behind. So it's all tied up at Gardens Oval, Port Fairy, 1-1-7 apiece. We've played 11 and a half minutes on the Battery World time clock here this afternoon. First quarter action. Ice Kelson for Synod Stats, brought to us by Harvey Norman Computers.
Yeah, and it's a pretty good game of footy, considering the conditions we've got here, just drizzly and a bit of soft conditions. But at 1-1-7 and after 11 minutes, mate, it's an entertaining contest.
Yeah, that's what we want to see on Hampden League Live, that is for sure. Let's go around the grounds, all thanks to McLaren Hunt Financial Group. South Warrnambool taking on the Warrnambool Blues, the fierce rivals, and Ash Kelson in between bar duties is covering that one for us as we say good afternoon. How are you, Ash?
Good, Matty. 1-1-7 apiece at the 12-minute mark, mate.
Unbelievable. Great to have you on board, big fella, as always. Love your work. Looking forward to the afternoon. Cobden taking on Koroit down at the Cobden Rec Reserve this afternoon. And, Henry Robinson, we say good afternoon to little Henry.
G'day, boys. How are you? In very soggy conditions down here in Cobden. It's Koroit 1-1-7, leading Cobden one behind at the 16-minute mark.
Beautifully done, Henry. Great to have you on board. And back here, Matty Sully's taken a nice mark. It was a nice lead. He's been in everything here so far for the Seagulls. Has the big man. He's going to go back and have a shot. He's going to take the shot just from outside 50. He's going to take his best effort. He's a big raking left foot kick, is Sully. So he comes in, can crimp around a little bit. He struck it pretty well. I tell you what, has it got the legs? Yes, it has. And Apples Thomas salutes again. And it's the second of the afternoon for the Port Fairy Seagulls. They go to 2-1-13. They lead the Camperdown Magpies 1-1-7. Shojan, rock hard concrete scoreboard.
Hey, lucky he didn't have to play reserves, Apples, because he's been very busy in this first quarter. He'd be a very tired man, Pete Hewlin, if he'd played a game.
There's plenty of action down there around his end, but that's another great goal there from Port Fairy.
Bit of confidence.
Leader's goal.
Absolutely.
And for Synod Stats eyes, that was Matty Sully's third mark inside the 50 for the quarter.
That's a fair effort in these conditions. Let's continue our around the ground. Skeeter Cannon covering the big clash between the Eagles and the Portland Tigers out of Bushfield. Skeet, good afternoon to you, buddy.
G'day, boys. How you going? It's about 20 minutes into the first quarter. It's North Warrnambool 2-4, 16 to Portland, no score.
And beautifully done, Skeeter. Loving his work as always out there. Back here, Poss, and the Camperdown Magpies about to head into attack.
Well, they are indeed, and it goes out there towards Absalom, but he can't control it before it goes over the line out of bounds. On that far outer side wing here at Gardens Oval, Port Fairy. Fine conditions just at the moment. As a matter of fact, it looks to be clearing up quite nicely, so we could be in for a dry at least second half. 2-1-13 the Seagulls. They're playing very, very well early. The tap was by Goonan. That was by Coates for Camperdown. The ball comes back, socket off the ground there by McNeil. Tries to follow her up. He does. He gets there, but he can't affect the tackle. The ball spills out there towards Darcy Smith, the Seagulls. Good handball inboard. Went out to Lucardi. Now he goes long. Here's Sully again. Up he goes. Couldn't take the mark. Goal there at ground level, the Seagulls. Here's our chance for Mohan. He's on his left. No, he looks to give the handball. Snap it. Goal by Lucardi again for his second.
Oh, hit the post.
They're on fire. Hit the post. Sergei Lucardi, who got it from our man, Rudish Mohan. We've got some names here this afternoon.
We got the close one.
We got a good game in our hands. 2-2-14. Battery World time clock, 15 minutes. First quarter, Harvey Norman, 1-1-7. The Camperdown Magpies.
Pretty good start. Pretty good effort from the kid, really, because he only managed to get a step to balance up, and very, very close.
Oh, I tell you what, it's been an entertaining game. This bloke's been fantastic across half-back. I know it's only early, but I'm talking to Colin Harwood. Not his best kick that time. Spence cuts it off. Oh, have a look at this for run and carry for the Magpies. Kicks it out in front of the big man. Gordon could have got a push in the back. Umpire said play on. Quick little kick out there. Oh, the defence of Port Fairy has been pretty resolute to start this contest. Ball's gone out of bounds. And we are going to have a ball up right in front of the coaches' boxes and the commentary box here at the Gardens Oval, Port Fairy. The Seagulls off to a flyer. They lead by 7 points. Peter Yulin, all thanks to Rent for Keeps on the boundary.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. There's a little bit of action starting to happen with the rotations off the bench, but not much in the way of Port Fairy. I think they're very happy with their matchups at the moment.
Yeah, and I think it's all about sustaining this pressure for the entire game, Pee Wee, because Port Fairy have done this in previous weeks. As we see a free kick now, it's going to be a ball up, and they haven't been able to maintain it because of that. So if they can do it for 4 quarters, they're a big chance to win the game. So ball up just inside the Camperdown 50. Over the top went Pollock. He's paid a free kick against him. I'm not quite sure about that.
Free kicks inside 50, Camperdown.
The free kick, is going to go to Lukey Molan. I'm not quite sure whether he done much wrong there. He sort of just jumped from behind.
Well, he sort of used him as a leading post, didn't he? But technically it might have been there, but on a wet day, mate.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's Molan, Lukey Molan. He's bandaged up like a mummy. His kick's gone across the face and won't make the distance. Big fly from behind. Couldn't take the mark. That was Fitzgerald, Timmy Fitzgerald down there. The ball came back out there towards Port Fairy. They're doing very well, and here's a mark taken out there. Now he's not quite sure where to go. A little chip over the top couldn't quite affect it, and it's gone over the line, out of bounds in front of the Shojik concrete scoreboard, which reached 2-2-14. The Seagulls, Matty Stewart 1-1-7.
Luke Molan too.
17 minutes.
Good to see him back playing senior footy. Of course, the former Melbourne Demon.
Been around a long time, hasn't he now?
Good player, good bloke too, Lukey Molan. That is for sure. Big fist away that time over the top by Harris Elliott. Here comes our little man, little Mohan. He's been dangerous in the first term. Quick kick out there that time by Zach Sinnott. Free kick's been picked out. It's going to be going to little Mohan. Radush.
He's a beauty.
Oh, I do like him. A nice switch of the play there too to Harwood. Just dropped what he possibly should have taken. Not the best kick there from Cole either. Gathered across half back. Yes, it is. Well done that time by Giraffin. Oh, his handball smothered. Coming through. It's a slippery pill at the moment, as you can imagine. Plenty of rain over here at the Gardens Oval at Port Fairy all morning. And the umpire says we're going to have a ball up.
They might be playing just a little bit smarter wet weather football, Port Fairy. They're just belting it forward, aren't they?
Just cracking in there. And young Jackson Sobey, too. He looks like a young Mark Zanotti, too. The wild man from Borneo there. Here's Segde Lagarde. He's been impressive in the start of this contest, and the ball goes out of bounds.
Played a bit of footy with Mark Zanotti.
Did you?
In the early 80s.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did. What a
was
great
he
fella.
like?
He was
On and
only
off
a
the
kid
field?
coming through then. Oh, good company he was. He was always a lot of fun and lightning quick. That's why he was recruited, just how fast he was as a footballer. But, yeah, that brings back some pleasant memories.
He was a wild man, good player too. So Coates for Camperdown got the tap out. The ball went down into the forward line. Overrunning it there was Tommy Baker for Camperdown. He's got teammates in his wake though, because one of them is Zachy Sinnott. Sinnott gets it, got a handball over the top, running onto it there for the Seagulls. Here's an opportunity for Harry Sumner. Goes forward and behind, taking an easy mark in the end was the big man. And as you said, Matty, Sammy Gordon, he's going to be dangerous today, as is Sully at the other end. So you would think that this would be a certain goal for the Camperdown Magpies, because he's only about 15 metres out directly in front. Big Sammy Gordon. Goal
you've
kicker
got to feel for his
extraordinaire.
opponent, because he's tried him from in front, he's tried him from behind, he's tried him every angle, and the big fella just keeps marking it, eh?
Yeah, it's going to be difficult, one out, and I think the Seagulls need to drop one back. So so he comes in, the big man, Gordon, as he kicked the goal, he has scores a level. No, they're a point the difference. So Camperdown 2-1-13. On the Shojin concrete scoreboard, they trailed the Port Fairy Seagulls 2-2-14. We've played 19, almost 20 minutes on the Battery World time clock. First quarter action, Matty Stewart, brought to us by Harvey Norman Computers.
He's a big man, big flash. Gordon reminds me of a young Peter Yulin back in his heyday downstairs, all thanks to Red for Keeps, Pee-wee.
It's interesting. The two big forwards have obviously been the focal points going into the forward lines. A wet, slippery day. It's probably a good ploy to go with that.
Yeah, so the ball back in the middle of the ground now. We're going to have a ball up. So the Seagulls lead by 1 point. 20 minutes gone, Battery World time clock. And it's been a really entertaining first quarter of football here. Hampden League live footy at its best this first quarter.
Sun's shining, Matt.
Sun is shining. And not a bad crowd. I don't think we're going to break any records here today, let's be honest. You can still get in and get a spot around the fence, but we'll get an official crowd number a little bit later on from Mickey Hearn over here at Port Fairy. he will let us know what the official numbers.
What about Mickey Finnegan? He called in to see me through the week. He's got the new camper van.
Oh, look,
He's going to cause plenty of strife in, I'd say. But yeah,
good on him. He'll be here today somewhere, the big fella. That kick going forward there, cool, could have been cut off, but the mark got hot, slippery conditions at the moment. You just got to do those 1%ers. Too high as the umpire. Cool, and the free kick is going to go there to Brenny Goonan. So Goonan, he switches the play there to Dalton.
I like how they're playing, Port. They're taking the game on a bit, aren't they?
I do too, Eyes. They're having a crack, and that's what it's all about. So Dalton, big long kick. Oh, that's a good mark by McNeil. Plays on that left foot too. Handball over the top, that time to Smith. Put him under a little bit of pressure, but that's all right. He wanted to play on and swing with it. Here's McNeil again. Oh, he's been fantastic to start this game. A little bit of 1-2, gets it back again. Left foot snap around the body. Big fist comes in, but a great mark taken there that time by Archie McBean, and the Magpies defence through the rock are out of trouble.
Yeah, McBean teams up there with Zachy Sinnott, so he goes further down the line, and a good mark taken out there by Harry Sumner, right on that far outer side wing. We've had barely any action on right under our noses here, which is difficult. It goes back to Sinnott. He goes down the line, but a good spoil effected out there by Colin Harwood, who's a grand defender for the Seagulls and has been for a long time. So the ball will be thrown in about 50 metres around for the Camperdown goal. They trail the Seagulls by 1 point, 2-13. The Seagulls lead 2-14. Shojin Concrete scoreboard 22 minutes. Battery wheel time clock. So we're going to have contesting this throw-in. It looks like it's going to be Coates and also Goonan, is it, for Port Fairy? They're all lining up here, I think. No, it might be going to be James O'Neill. So coming from behind, and in the end, Isaac Stevens actually got the tap out. So, they're all queuing up. Here's a ball at ground level. Chance out there for Stevens. He's trying to break through, but he can't. I think the umpire will come in and ball it up. He will. 50 metres around from the Camperdown Magpies goal. And we're almost ticking into time on in this first quarter, brought to us by Harvey Norman Computers. So up it goes. Up from behind, there goes Elliott for Port Fairy. Got the tap out, but it goes straight to ground. It'll be another ball up. So see if you can clear this stoppage, Matty.
Pee Wee, I'm just going to go downstairs to you, all thanks to Rent for Keeps. It's just a really still day, isn't it? There's just not a breath of wind.
Oh, it's amazing. We're in middle of winter here in Warrnambool, or Port Fairy actually today, but no wind. The rain has cleared away. It's actually not a bad day for footy now down here, boys.
Absolutely. Get the grippo on the mitts, and away you go. Another free kick inside 50. That's the third for the Camperdown Magpies in this first term. And it's going to go to number 26, Joshy Place, for the Camperdown Magpies. He's going to go back and have a shot about 35 out on a 45-degree angle and look to slot the third of the afternoon and put the Magpies back in front in our Hampden League live match of the day. 23 and a half minutes gone, first term. Place comes in now. Kicks on its way, struck it pretty good. It's not going to make the distance. Big fly over the top. Good fist away though. All kicked off the ground there. Could have been kicked in danger. They're just playing this percentage football at the moment. There's number 7. That was Charlie Lucas. Dalton gathers. Oh, he's been impressive here, hasn't he? Takes the game on too. Beautiful kick out there to Myers. A little bit indecisive there, Myers. Good little basketballer. He goes over the top. Kick goes out to McNeil and finds him. Half-back flank, they're about to reload. Poss.
And that was Xavier Stevens that got it out to McNeil. McNeil goes long down the line looking for Sully. Got the front position, couldn't take the mark. Ball comes out the back. Well, might have caught one too high. Noticed the umpire play on. Comes out to Sully. Ducks and weaves. Gets a little left footer, but it's all Magpies down there. Although beautifully done by Pollock, who intercepted and won the footy. Well done. And gains a little bit of meterage for the Seagulls, but unfortunately it's gone over the line out of bounds on the full. But nevertheless, they gained some ground there, Pee Wee, because at one stage there was 3 Magpies around that ball. Had they won that clearance, they would have been off and running. But so well done by Port, even though the fact that they've given the ball back. Now it might actually be touched. It must be a boundary throw-in down there for Rent for Keeps.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. It looks like they're throwing it in, but it's been a trademark of their play today, Possum. Just when they think they're out of it, someone's going in and giving a crack and getting their head over it and winning the ball back.
Doing very well. So it's Coates and Sully. Nobody got the tap. The ball falls back to Darcy Smith's going to run onto it. Not before it came out there towards James Duncan. He couldn't control it. Now it's Camperdown with an opportunity to relieve off half-back. But, gee, they're getting numbers back, Port, which is good. He comes across the ground, gets it to Draffin. Draffin plays on in a little bit of trouble. He has to retreat. They're good pressure by the Seagulls. Here's a chance now for Lucas to run onto it. That's Charlie Lucas. Gets it out wide. Getting onto it there was Doonan. He couldn't control it. Oh, beautifully butted up again there by Sinnott. That's Zachy Sinnott. Got it further afield to Doonan. Now is a chance further back there. Pressure on Port Fairy now, but they might take it over the line. They will. And that was done by Xavier Stevens. Well done. Conceded that behind. So we're all tied up at Gardens Oval, Port Fairy. 2-2-14 apiece on the Trojan Concrete scoreboard. 26 minutes have just ticked in on the Battery Wheel time clock. First quarter action brought to you by Harvey Norman Computers. This is Hampden League Live.
Let's go around the grounds. All thanks to McLaren Hunt Financial Group. South Warrnambool taking on the Warrnambool Blues up at the Friendlies. Ash Kelson, what's the latest up there, buddy?
27-minute mark. Warrnambool 2-3-15. South Warrnambool 1-2-8.
Well, there you go. So the Blue Bag is off to a bit of a flyer up there. Let's go to Cobden v. Koroit. Henry Robinson, what's the latest down there, Henry?
Quarter time here at Cobden, and it's Koroit 3-3-21, leading Cobden 3 behind.
Beautifully done, Henry. And let's go out to Bushfield. It is Skeeter Cannon, the North Warrnambool Eagles taking on the Portland Tigers. What's the latest, Skeet?
Yeah, it's quarter time here, Matty, and it's North Warrnambool 5-4-34, leading Portland 0-4.
Beautifully done. So the Eagles off to an absolute flyer there. A big game, and Portland not off to the best to start. Beautiful kick this time, into attack once again. James O'Neill just dropped what he probably could have taken. Goes back inboard looking for Zach Sinnott. Handball out to Spence. He goes and gets it again. Comes back out to that man again. Plays high up and under. Here's Dalton. He's beaten everything. He dropped what he probably should have taken. And the ball goes out of bounds, and we're going to have a ball up about 25 metres out. Ice Kelson and Peter Hewland, our special comments and boundary riders today. It's been an entertaining first quarter.
It has. No knock on the game. 2-2-14 apiece. And really, even the quality of the game given, just how damp it is underfoot, it's been pretty good.
Has been. Molan had a fresh airy there, but it never came off, and there'll be a ball up in a dangerous spot for the Seagulls because it's only about 30 metres out from the Camperdown goal. We must be just about done for this first quarter here today, brought to us by Harvey Norman Computers. Up it goes. It's Stevens up against Mullen. Come out to Dalton again. As you said, Matty, been terrific cross half back for Port today. Jumping on it there and causing the spillage was very good. That was by Luxor for Port Fairy. Now it comes out to McNeil. Goes down the line looking for Pollock. Pollock and Spence have been great for their respective teams today. Speaking of Spence, he got it, a little right footer, but it didn't go anywhere. In fact, it's gone out of bounds and it's touched, so not out of bounds on the full. So there'll be a boundary throw in about 25 metres around from the Camperdown goal. So the Seagulls will want to defend grimly here and try and get to quarter time with the game all square. Been very entertaining. So Stevens, front spot in front of Molan, got the tap down. Oh, a tackle there, dropped the ball, he said. So good pressure
again. That man again.
Dalton again. Probably best man on the ground for mine at the moment, Matty. He's had 6 or 7 possessions across half-back and in general terms been pretty productive with it too. This is another nice kick down the wing, but unfortunately Pollock wasn't able to get front position and the mark's been taken over there by Camperdown. Comes inboard to Place, so this is Joshy Place. He'll kick the ball inside 50, marking contest, but there is none. Because the big man, Sammy Gordon, comes out and takes it on his chest in the end, right on the quarter-time siren here at Gardens Oval this afternoon. So that quarter, exactly, Oz, it is a big kick. So that quarter went 29 minutes on the Battery World time clock. So after the siren, Sammy Gordon,
he'll kick this.
He'll have to kick at 50, Matthew.
He will, lining up for his second because he can't deviate off the line. It'll be play on. Distance shouldn't be a problem, to be honest. He comes in, drop punt on its way, beautiful kick. I think it's a goal.
I'll tell you what.
Or is it going to be touched?
Oh, the umpire's got in the way.
I don't think he's really going to be able to judge this.
He got ridden. He got ridden into the ground.
I'm not sure he can pay this as a goal, boys, to be honest.
No,
it's short of the goals.
No score. But if that was apples...
No
Apples
score.
would have paid it.
No score. Lukey Boland was actually claiming the mark. I don't think he realised that the siren had gone. So, what a time. here at Gardens Oval this afternoon. And what an entertaining first quarter, boys. 2-2-14 apiece. The
comedy of errors there, wasn't it?
On the Shojin concrete scoreboard. And Ives Kelson for Sin at Stats, and down on the boundary, Peter Yulin for Rent for Keeps. That was a very entertaining first quarter.
Yeah, it was, mate. We're getting our money's worth here at Port Fairy, and pretty happy that I made the decision to come across here today, to be honest with you boys, and because I know you weren't all on board with it, but getting you here today has been worth it. Matthew, do you think?
Absolutely brilliant, mate. That is for sure. I've enjoyed this first quarter of Hampden League footy. That is for sure. We're going to take a break. That is first quarter done and dusted here from the Gardens Oval, Port Fairy. It's 2-2-14 apiece. We'll be back with more, including second quarter action, right after this.
Hampden League Live for Clinton, Bolsh, Warrnambool, Nissan, Badeness Rural, Harvey Norman Computers, Sungold Milk and McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central. 3YB FM.
If there's one thing us Aussies know, it's great coffee. Like the best ever McCafe blend. Expertly made by baristas for a smooth, rich taste that hits the spot every time. Now that's coffee fit for an Aussie.
Fitz Media Productions is your online broadcast specialist. From meetings and special events to weddings, funerals and sport. Fitz Media's fully equipped mobile broadcast unit provides a professional, reliable live stream anywhere. Contact us today.
Woohoo! The footy's back, bigger and better than ever. Just like the boys at Peter Bolsh Bridgestone, now offering full logbook servicing and mechanical. With tyres starting from $60 and zip pay available. Why go anywhere else? Peter Bolsh Bridgestone, Ferry Street.
The Country Care Dental team listen, care and explain so you know you're in good hands. From no-gap cleaning to advanced procedures, they'll look after you. Open 8 to 7 weekdays in Hamilton and Camperdown. countrycaredental.com.au.
From trees to traffic, Carter Group is the home of fully trained arborists, offering tree removal, trimming and lopping of trees, along with on-site traffic management planners and high-quality traffic management. Visit cartergroup.com.au.
When building a new home, the first place to go is Greens Bricks and Windows. They stock PGH Bricks trend windows and doors with double glazing to all styles. Make the right choice. See Greens Bricks and Windows, 7 Robson Street, Warrnambool.
I'm Roma Britnell, your local Member of State Parliament. I'm working hard for you and for the South West Coast region to make sure we have a vibrant and prosperous place to live and work. I want to know what matters most to you, to hear your ideas on how to make South West Coast even better. You can email me, catch me on social media, or visit my office in Liebig Street. I'm here to work for you.
Authorised by Roma Britnell MP, 94 Liebig Street, Warrnambool, funded from parliamentary budget.
You gotta get down to Pontings, they're the expert crew, who are always here for you. It's where the locals go, and the tradies know. You gotta get down to Pontings, we've got ya.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop, time for you, time for me, love and everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. Sun gold.
3 steps: design, plan and construct. Smith & Son Renovations and Extensions take care of all 3 steps to provide you with a smooth and cost-effective process. See Nathan and the team at Smith & Sons, Ferry Street, quality builders and reno specialists.
Did you know that Badeness Rural have 3 agronomists and an experienced in-store team to help service the needs of their clients? With the right advice and the latest in agriculture technology, they provide a tailored service specific to your farm needs. Helping you boost production and keeping costs in check is what they do best. From on-farm agronomy to decades of expertise in-store to help you get the best results. Call in and see them today. Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Caramit Road, Warrnambool.
Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater has all your fresh meats ready to go. And small goods handmade on the premises daily. Yeah! Find Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater at Lucas Brothers Butchers with easy, convenient drive-through. Corner of Banyan and Lava Streets, Warrnambool.
On 3YB FM, this is Hampden League Live for Harvey Norman Computers, Carter Group and Peter Bolsh Bridgestone.
yes. Welcome back to Hampden League Live. Quarter time, of course. 2-2-14 apiece. And a little bit of action to finish that first term two with a goal umpire getting ridden in the goal square. And he did come a cropper. P.Y., you were down there, all thanks to Red for Keeps, mate. That was a comedy of errors.
It was a little bit of a comedy of errors, but good on the umpire. He was trying to get himself in the correct position to make that call, but unfortunately there was about 4 other players who were trying to also get in that same position, and he was a little bit ginger when he got up, but he's soldiering on, and great to see he's making his way back down the goal square.
He never had the luxury of going to the arc or the bunker either, did he, to confirm his decision?
No, when he got to his feet, all he could do was see where he came down, and he knew therefore it hadn't made the distance, boss.
But nevertheless, boys, very, very entertaining first quarter. And Matty Dalton, Harwood, Sully, really good for Port Fairy, and then guys like Spence, Zachy Sinnott, Lukey O'Neill off halfback were good for Camperdown. So entertaining contest.
Been a really good contest too, and I just hope that it'd be just good to go into a final quarter or something, and it was a tight struggle, wouldn't it? Because I really love the intensity that Port Fairy come with it to start that contest. Whether they can sustain it, I'm not too sure, but it was good.
Yeah, no, had a bit of a close interest there over at their huddle at quarter time, and they weren't getting too carried away. They know they've been in the contest, but they're not trying to get too ahead of themselves. I know they've got a lot of work. They broke away into their little groups and then got together at the end, and I'm pretty sure that they're working on their plan and they're sticking with it, and they're not getting ahead of themselves, but they know they're in this game.
And there's our old teammate too, Pee-wee down there, old dancing Danny Lane. Giving us a little thumbs up. He was a good football lefty, Danny.
He wasn't concerned about giving you a little whack either.
Just dish it out, and Georgie Swarbrick down there. Young Georgie Swarbrick's another out for the Seagulls today too. It's a big loss, but down to the boundary, Pee-wee, before we get this quarter action underway, second quarter action, our great injury sponsor, Arts and K. No injuries to report from either side?
Nothing to report so far, Possum, other than a few little players coming on with their little niggles, but no injuries that's going to impact so far in both teams.
Oh, geez, that was a good play again by Dalton. His kick was intercepted that time by Coates, but geez, he's been impressive.
He's been in everything.
He has. He's been absolutely everything. Kick misses the target, scouting the pack there. That time was Nicky Hayes, and a nice little kick out to a teammate, and it's Colin Harwood. So Harwood deep in defensive 50 out to Pollock. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful kick and a nice mark taken by young Oscar. Swings onto the left boot. He's only 16 or 17 years old too. Here's Pollock. Sully comes out. Just goes through his hands. There's the rock and his non-preferred boot. Ball comes forward now. Magpies got some numbers here. Gathered. Handball out to Spence. Spence from 55. Kicks on its way. It's bouncing, dribbling, and it goes through from... No, not a minor score. It goes over the boundary line, and we're going to have a ball up right next to the point post there. 2-2-14 apiece, minute gone, second term.
He was a bit stiff there, Brent Goonan, because he read the play very well, but unfortunately the bounce was a bit of a Shane Warne leg spinner and evaded him. So boundary throw in now, right deep in the Camperdown forward line, this forward pocket. So it looks like it's going to be Dalton going up in this Ruckworth against Stevens. They're not a couple of big guys, but nevertheless they're going to contest the throw in. Stevens got to the front, Dalton came from behind, McNeil tried to pick it up for Port, he couldn't. Now there's players everywhere over the footy. Port with an opportunity to relieve, and they will. That was out there by Goonan again, and a good mark taken over the line. Is it now to bounds? It is. So not out in the full, just a boundary throw in. So a little bit further around from the Camperdown goal. Second quarter action here this afternoon, brought to us by Badeness Rural, those magnificent rural supplies out there on the corner of Raglan Parade and Caramit Road. Get out and see Beatty and the boys. So here's a throw in, Stevens and Dalton again. Dalton got front position, went to tap it out but missed. McNeil couldn't gather it. Now at ground level's a chance there. Oh, nice little pick up out there by Charlie Lucas. I think it was a flying shot for goal, but it's gone out of bounds on the full. So a chance for the Seagulls to relieve through Colin Harwood deep in that back pocket. And we played just on 2.5 minutes on the battery wheel time clock, 2-2-14 apiece on the Shojin concrete scoreboard. So Colin Harwood, very experienced player now, goes short, unattended is Xavier Stevens. He'll play on, he'll kick down the wing, one-on-one. Here's Lacardi, good play, got it over the back for the Seagulls. Now he's off and running, handball's done a little a la Kevin Bartlett style. Oh, off he went, our little man there, Moshan. Little bit. Oh, and they're all going to get into it here. Ash Royal wasn't too happy with the attention by little Mohan. He might win a free kick. He's going to win a free kick, I reckon, Mohan.
Here we go.
Players in there, right on that boundary line, right in front of us. I reckon the free kick's going to go to Mohan. Dalton never needed to come in and do that because it might get reversed again here.
TV ringside here, boys.
Lots of players in this little melee. A lot of push and shove in this melee.
Where's Danny Lane? Play the ball. Play with the
boys.
Move the football on, boys. Just play. Just get on with it. That's as simple as that.
Yeah, and Myers will do that for Port Fairy. So Myers, left foot down the line. It's going to get Willing over the top of Sully. Oh, he's paid the mark getting back there to Jared Evans of the Camperdown Magpies. 50 metres. Not sure that might have been the
bit of mouth, was it?
The umpire's starting getting involved now, so a 50-metre penalty.
The umpire charged into that melee.
He did. He could have copped one there accidentally, so you need to be very careful, umpire. So Jared Evans brings up to the half-forward line, goes deep into the pocket. All Seagulls there. Getting back was Dalton. Couldn't take the mark. Ball fills back there towards Fitzgerald for Camperdown. Now it's a flying shot at goal. One-hander. He held one. Oh, no, he wasn't. Kick off the ground. Went nowhere. Spence got in there. Tried to win a free kick. Couldn't. Seagulls are defending doggedly and well done because they've relieved, and James Duncan will mark it and kick down the line to the wing.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Seagulls, the intensity's lifted up here off the ball there. It just you can just see and you can sense the umpires just need to gain a little bit here. Paddy Lee just getting to know. He's got the scullet happening too.
If you can go like Greg, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be going near him.
Of course, his uncle Laurie, too.
Oh, Laurie wasn't so dangerous.
Here we go, Ruhan. That's a McNeil. McNeil on his left foot into a little bit of space here now. Liccardi gathers from 45. It was a great pick-up kick, just skews off the side of the boot.
Got it where they want it.
Goes out of bounds. And Peter Hewlin all on the boundary next to Redford keeps. It was TV ringside.
Yeah, it was all getting a little bit willing down there, but hopefully the boys have kept their head now, get back onto the footy and get back into the real stuff.
So the ball.
I thought that was the real stuff.
I know he made me drop me chips.
The ball's in the 450. Sully, he wins it down there. Big fish down it was too. Just standing over the top of the football, but running away with it now. The defence of the Camperdown Magpies. Good play. Big long kick. Dalton's there. He's been brilliant across half-back. He's an absolute 1, 2, 3, 4 second effort player. Kick comes in. Look at that for football. Well done though by the defence there. Xavier Stevens for the Port Fairy Seagulls. There's Isaac Stevens. He's met heavily by Dalton. Just this football's lifted up a notch here. Here's Spence. He goes in board. He's got a teammate on and takes a nice uncontested mark. His Joshy place about 25 metres out directly in front. And that was good composed football there by the Magpies boys.
Yeah, but still I love the endeavour of Port Fairy. They're not going to die of wondering at this point in time, Matty. They're having a real crack.
Big kick. This kick of this context of this game. I know it's only early in the second term, but it's 2-2-14 apiece. And the Magpies get their first chance in the second term. Now his place comes in, leans back on it, and he's pulled it to the left, and it goes through for a minor score. So they hit the front. So 2-3-15 Magpies, Port Fairy 2-2-14 Shojan Rock Hard Concrete scoreboard.
Beautifully done, Matty Stewart. And they kicked the first goal today, Camperdown, but then it's been the Port sort of hit back hard. So here's a chance for Port out wide. A good mark taken over there by Pollock, is it? He comes in board to McNeil. So Andy McNeil. He's been pretty good too. Early gets to Dalton. He's been fantastic across half. Coming up for possession number 10. Now he's got Pollock all on his own in the middle. If you can gather, he's got 3 Seagulls around him.
Oh, clever.
Beautifully tapped over the top. Here's a chance now to run onto it. He's Duncan down the line, and a good mark out there taken by Smith. This is Darcy Smith for the Port Fairy Seagulls.
Oh, this is floored me. This is floored me. Hilly's watching at home. He said every time we cross down to Peter Hewlin on the boundary, he comes up with Peter Hewlin.
Hewlin. So
we got it from the council.
There's McCarty. Up they go. Sully couldn't get it. The ball spills to ground. Good little kick, Chip. Nice little. Is he going to pay it? No, I didn't think it went. That was by James Duncan. He's looking out there for a little man in Mohan. Now the ball comes down the wing, but it's gone over the line, out of bounds, right in front of us in the commentary box here this afternoon. Second quarter action Brought to you by Badeness Rural on Hampden League Live this afternoon. 7.5 minutes battery wheel time clock, 2-3-15. The Camperdown Magpies. They lead the Seagulls 2-2-14. Boundary throw in right in front of us. And the Proclaimers. Easy. He's back.
I love it. Oh, shout out to Mick Finnegan too. He's shooting in from Sydney. He's got the Winnebago up in Sydney.
He couldn't. He was there 2 days ago.
He's in Sydney, mate. He's not messing around, the big fella. Here comes big Lukey Molan charging through too high, surely. And the umpire says you're spot on, and the free kick's going to go to number 52. That's Nick Hayes. He swings it back to Harwood. He shows a little bit of candy. Good shepherd off the back there. And good kick too in the end, and he finds James Duncan.
Well, if this is the worst side in the competition, we're in good hands, I reckon, the Hampden League.
I agree. Duncan plays on quickly now. He kicks down the line. Sully's going to be the target. Big fly and a good grab. That was a mark-up. He's missed it.
Oh.
The Camperdown faithful, they saw what we saw.
Replay, Fitzy, replay.
Get the replay up.
Might have cost him a town and country pizza, Matty.
That was Angus Gordon. It was a good mark in these conditions, but nonetheless, the umpire missed it. Coates, he's been good in the ruck. Quick kick out there by Chapman. Here comes our little man in Mohan. He's dispossessed. Handball over the top there to number 12, and that is Segde Liccardi. And I'll tell you what, we're learning some names this afternoon here at Hampden League Live.
They call him Peter.
It sounds like we should be in Doha calling the World Cup soccer, doesn't it, really? Boundary throw in. Chance at the back. Over it went Coates. It falls down towards Pollock for Port Fairy. Couldn't control it. Now running onto it is the rock in O'Neill. He overran it. Stacks on the mill now. It's centre-half forward. The umpire might say, give it to me, boys. He does. Slap bang centre-half forward. Gardens over Port Fairy here this afternoon. 2-3-15. The Camperdown Magpies. Just the 1 point added in this third quarter. We've played 9.5 minutes on the battery wheel time clock. Badeness Rural second quarter. Up it goes. Coates up there against Chapman on this occasion. It came out there towards Myers of Port Fairy. Goes in looking for Smith. He couldn't get it. There's that was Sobey at ground level. Smith got it. He couldn't handle it. There's a man down there too for Arts and Kay in a bit of trouble at centre-half forward, Peter Yulin. Keep an eye on that one. Here's a chance for Duncan. Oh, good kick, and finds McNeil forward pocket. He'll go back and have a shot because he's only about 35, 40 metres out on a slight angle. And for Arts and K, Peter Yulin, who's that player down there at centre-half forward for the Seagulls? He's getting a bit of attention from the trainers.
Yeah, he's still down now there, Poss, but I haven't actually been able to pick up who it is at this point, but he's still in the hands of the trainer on the ground there at the moment, but I think maybe
McNeil runs around and just misses to the right. No, I thought Matt Sully kept it in, but he didn't.
He might be winded, I reckon, is he?
Unless he got one of the Jimmy and Phil Caracas. It's a goal here, is it? No, I thought he's played a goal. No, it's a point. It's a 50-metre penalty.
What was that for?
I think when Matty Sully grabbed it and then threw it back, but he was only, I think he's entitled to do that, but nevertheless, the resulting free kick and a 50-metre will go to Camperdown.
Yeah,
it's going to stop play here, boys.
They are. It's not, I just can't quite pick up who it is there, boys, but let's go around the grounds quickly, all thanks to McLaren Hunt Financial Group. South Warrnambool taking on Warrnambool up at the Friendly Societies Park. What's happening up there, Ash?
South Warrnambool 4-2-26, Warrnambool 3-4-22. 10-minute mark, second quarter.
Entertaining game up there. Let's get into Cobden v Koroit. Henry Robinson, what's the latest down there, Henry?
We're at the 17-minute mark of the second quarter, and it's Koroit 5-5-35 to Cobden 3 behind. I don't think it's stopped raining yet, boys, either.
Oh, there's a little bit more coming too, I reckon, Henry. And this youngster for the Port Fairy Seagulls, he's very sore in the ribs, holding the rib area. So I don't think he's going to play further part, Pee Wee, all thanks to Arts and K.
Boys.
It is a ruckman. Yeah, it is a ruckman, Chapman. So it doesn't look like he's going to play. Let's go to Skeeter County to Bushfield. North Warrnambool taking on the Portland Tigers, and it's all the Eagles at the moment, Skeet.
Yeah, it's about 16 minutes in the second quarter, Matty. It's North Warrnambool 6-9-45 to Portland 1 behind.
So the Eagles are getting the job done out there, and Chapman just makes his way off there. This is going to just make it interesting because I don't think they've got a lot of height already, the Port Fairy Seagulls, and this young kid's been playing in the ruck, so not ideal here, boys.
No, he's copped a bad one. I noticed he was doing a bit of dry reaching out on the ground there too, so he's not well, the lad.
So here we go. Camperdown into attack now from that 50-metre penalty. Spencer's been magnificent. Handball over the top and that far out of side. Kick comes in over the back of the pack. I tell you what, it is a goal.
Oh.
Mark that one down. That is the Lucas Brothers snag of the day. And I can't quite pick up who it is.
I've got my eye on him, Matty. I was just going to...
It's Gordon, Angus Gordon, is it? I reckon he took the big grab out here in front of us, number 5, and it was denied, but they can't deny him the goal, and he's kicked it across from half-back, playing across half-back. I'll tell you what, Ice Kelson, Peter Ewell, that was sensational.
Yeah, I actually missed that one. It sounded like it was a great goal. It
was about 60 metres out. You were eating those chips, mate.
No, close eye on the injuries there as that player came off, which was appears to be young Chapman. So I'm sorry I missed that. It sounded like a great goal.
So he snapped it from about 60 metres, Eyes, and it's rolled and rolled and rolled.
Just
from
kept
about
carrying,
20 metres
didn't it,
out, went
Poss?
through, yep. Great goal. So, back in the centre. Clearance opportunity for Port Fairy comes out to Duncan. He's been pretty good too this afternoon. Paddling backwards there was very good. That was by Sinnott. He spun it up and got it again, Sinnott. So well done. Little chip over the top finds Draffin. So Draffin on centre wing will go back. Nick Hayes on the mark. So Draffin is going to go short, but now he's going to go back. He might have to go to a one-on-one, I think he does. Kicks long. Oh, good smother by Nick Hayes.
Well done.
And there's a boundary throw in. Put that one down from Matco Higher, highlight of the day, contender for Nicky Hayes.
Are you writing these down, Poss?
I am indeed, Matty.
Good
So
boy.
there'll be a boundary throw in. And that took place right on the 14-minute mark of that second quarter here today, brought to us by Badeness Rural throw-in. Young Elliott got to the front, but he's pushed out by Nolan. Nolan got the ball down. Nice little tap to the advantage of Camperdown. That was by Baker. Chipping in, though, was Duncan, but his kick, unfortunately, goes over the line out of bounds on the full. The relieving free kick will be taken by Zachy Sinnott.
Zach Sinnott, of course, that famous Sinnott name of the Camperdown Magpies. Son of Matty goes inboard to the Rock, another famous name, O'Neill. So the Rock, normally a booming left foot kick. Just that time just picked out a target. It was a nice kick too, and he found Miles Sinnott. Oh, not his best kick, but he goes and gets it again, the youngster. Well done. Good play. Inboard to Molan. Molan's a beautiful long raking kick. Have a look at this over the back of the pack. The ball bouncing now. Harwood's got the chase back to Spence. Spence dodges one way, dodges another. Snap around the body. I tell you what, mark that one down as well. There's a Lucas Brothers snag of the day contender from Cam Spence for the Camperdown Magpies. And I tell you what, whoever is judging this, which will be you blokes at the end of the day, that was sensationalised, Kelsey.
And to grab a 2-goal lead at this point in the game, but this is where Port Fairy really need to hit back. I don't reckon for everything they've done, Port Fairy, there wasn't enough pressure put on Spence then. He had the ball for a while and then decided to have a shot at goal, but there was every opportunity for him to be tackled there, and that was just a little bit of a lapse in concentration from Port Fairy.
Yeah, you're right, Ice. And down on the boundary line for Arts and K, Peter Ewland. He didn't look very healthy at all, did our man Chapman, coming off for Port Fairy, and you wouldn't think with holding his ribs that he probably played much more of a role in this game.
No, it looks like it's a rib injury at this point. They ain't got him in the rooms, but the way he came off, I dare say he's done for the day, and hopefully it is just a bit of a rib injury and just a couple of weeks on the sideline as he recovers from that.
Yep. So another clearance by Spence, and again another possession by Zachy Sinnott. He's been terrific today. Coming out as the big man Gordon snaps from 25 metres, and he's kicked another one. Put that one down too for a Lucas Brothers push.
Fitzgerald Poss. Yep.
Fitzgerald, but gee, we're getting an abundance of highlights here, in particular goals this afternoon.
Just opening up a little bit here, isn't it, boys?
3 goals in 4 minutes.
Yeah, and for Sinnott's stats, Eyes Kelson, we're a little bit worried that this may happen, that Port may not be able to keep up that intensity that they showed in that first quarter and a half, and they really need the next goal.
They do, because that little passage of play there, again, it came straight out of the centre, and there wasn't a hand on a Camperdown opponent from Port Fairy, so I think they've just got to tighten things up a bit here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ball back in the middle of the ground now. Seagulls need the next game in our Hampden League Live match of the day. Stacks on the mill once again, and umpire says, give it to me. So what do we got? It's a 18-point lead now. 3 goals is the margin here. in our Hampden League live match of the day. Wrapped up there that time was Goonan. He's going absolutely nowhere. And the umpire says, give it to me. We've got Blackie's Bake at the break, of course. He's out with gastro today, the big man, but it hasn't stopped him getting an interview, all thanks to Kerman's Hamburgers at half-time. One of Port Fairy's true legends in Sean Murray will be the Bake at the break at half-time. Handball comes out this time. Wrapped up his place. Here comes young Sinnott. That's Miles, taken high. Right call for mine. Son of Gangles, I'm pretty sure. Kick comes in, but not his best that time. Been cut off and taking a nice mark there too. Was the half-back flanker for the Port Fairy Seagulls. Kicks out into space. Here comes the Noddy. Runs through the football there. A little bit of 1-2. McMill's been good. He's really tried hard, hasn't he, for the Port Fairy Seagulls.
Yeah, good solid player, isn't he? Port Fairy really need to own this next 10 minutes or so, don't they, Matty? Just to make a bit of a statement, I think.
And I think I've just invented a new prize, Matty. It's the Phillip Hill Hair Design Mullet of the Week. And it's going to Jackson Sobey. Here's a chance at ground level, holding the balls to the umpire. So the free kick's going to go to Camperdown.
Red hot.
And Harry Sumner will be the recipient right on centre wing. 18.5 minutes, Battery Wheel time clock, second quarter. Badeness Rural, Hampden League live, drives it long, getting back. He should take a mark. He doesn't, dropped it. That was young Baker for Camperdown. Is he the son of Tracy? There's the ball over the top, but it's going to go out.
Yeah, I reckon it would be snaky.
He's only a youngster, and there'll be a boundary throw in half-forward flank on the broadcast side of Gardens Oval here this afternoon, tacking in for the Camperdown Magpies. And down there for Renfrew Keeps, Peter Hewlin, 5-3-33. They've kicked the only 3 goals of this quarter, and they've got a little break.
Yeah, it's definitely dried out down here a bit, Possum, and I think that might be helping Camperdown with a little bit of that cleaner skills coming through, and that's probably making a bit of a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. At ground level was Zachy Sinnott. He's been good for Camperdown this afternoon too, but he couldn't control it. It come out towards McNeil. Sinnott's in there again, pushed in the back. No, he said he's got up and got it again. He's like the Indian rubber man down there, Sinnott. He pushes it forward on over the top. Could have been a free kick to Hayes for Port Fairy, but the umpire said no, I'll ball it up about 30 metres around from the Camperdown goal. And they're attacking. As I said, they've kicked 3 goals to just the one behind in this quarter. 3 goals, 1 in fact. 5-3-33, 2-3-15 the scoreboard. Shojan Concrete scoreboard. Up they go. Molan got the tap out, but it only went to the advantage of Port Fairy. And I think that was Pollock out there. Now there's a chance at ground level for Alliette. He couldn't control it. The ball comes out to Big Lukey O'Neill. He kicked to the advantage there of his teammate. He came out towards Gordon. This away, that away. Gives the don't argue, but the don't argue was too high because he kicked the goal, but it's going to be a free kick to Port Fairy.
Yeah, the Dusty Martin fend-off
was, and it's going to go back to...
He's got the surprised look on his dial too, the big fella Gordon.
No surprise for mine.
Nick Hayes, the veteran.
Forwards never give away free kicks.
No.
The veteran, he's been great for Port Fairy over a long period of time. He gets it, might be 50 metres here, is it? No. Stevens for Port Fairy's marked it right the last line of defence. So it comes out for the wing. Good kick. Really good kick. And it comes out there towards youngster Charlie Henderson, playing his first game this afternoon for the Seagulls too, is Henderson. He's tucked in a half-back flank. He'll kick long down the wing. He'll be looking out there for Sully. Flies behind. Oh, good mark in front by Pollock.
Grab.
There is
Matt Go higher
highlight of the day contender. You're right, Matty Stewart, for a young Pollock. There's no one to the mark, so play on. He goes short to Sully. Matty Sully, the leader of the Seagulls. Big raking left foot to the forward pocket to the advantage of out there young Lucardi. He gets it, but he snaps it at the goal square. No one home for Port. Neil getting back, almost uncontested. Will pick it up. He'll go short. Good little kick, and he'll find Sumner, who'll relieve off half-back for the Camperdown Magpies.
Yeah, nice little handball over the top to Draffin. Draffin kicks down the line. Kick was pretty good too in the end, gathered. Picked up well there by, I think that might have been due to Dundon on that wing. He goes inboard to Molan. Molan, he can kick. Molan, he can kick this. He's a beautiful kick. It's going to bounce through from minor score and goes through for a minor score. So 5-4, and it's actually 6-4-34. No, 5-4-34. That is Camperdown. The Port Fairy Seagulls, 2-3-15. That's on the Shojan Rock Hard Concrete scoreboard. We've played 22 minutes on the Batch World time clock in this second term, of course. Hampden League Live footy. And you think the Port Fairy Seagulls, they need the next goal. Sully, that's a good fist away that time. Bottom of the pack. Here's Myers. Can he gather? Yes, he can. Just is possessed. Happy to see the ball run out. Sully's there as well, and the ball goes out of bounds, and we're going to have a ball up. It's pretty wet and slippery conditions. It's like a bar of soap, all thanks to Redford Keeps downstairs, Pee-wee.
Yeah, it's drying out though, Matt, so they're starting to pick it up, but it's a little bit slippery on top, and I think, if we can just still play a little bit of wet weather footy, the teams will be going okay with that.
Young Elliott done really well for Port Fairy because he got it down to Sully. Sully went down the line, but intercept mark's been taken in there by Braden Draffin. Draffin goes inboard. They got numbers further afield. This is McBean. McBean got it out wider, and the mark's taken out there by Ashley Royal. So Royal plays on, little left foot, little lob, but it's gone to Dalton. And Dalton off half-back from Port Fairy's been outstanding this afternoon. Got the handball out towards Harwood, drives it long down the wind looking for our little man Mohan. He nudges his opponent out, kicks it off the ground, gains about 20 metres, tries to follow her up. Affecting the tackle there was Lucardi for Port Fairy, but nevertheless it came out to O'Neill. And O'Neill's kicked down the line.
Good play, the Rock, isn't he?
He is a good Rock. He's very good. The Rock plays a part every weekend for the Camperdown Magpies. Here's a little out the back, little Baker, and he's found big Sammy Gordon, who's he'll go back and have a shot because he's only about 35, 40 metres out, almost directly in front, and he'll be shooting for his second goal this afternoon. He's already kicked the one. He's had a few shots. He's been dangerous, particularly one-on-one, which is where he does his best work. He's a nice kick, we know. He's led the goal kicking for Camperdown for a few years now, and he'll come in and kick a drop punt from about 40 metres out. Kick on its way. It's swinging to the left, and Apples agrees and says just one behind. So 5-5-35 in the Shoshin Concrete scoreboard. That's Camperdown. They lead the Port Fairy Seagulls 2-3-15, 24 minutes battery wheel time clock. Second quarter action brought to you by Bade Ness Rule here this afternoon. Pee-wee? They need a goal, the Seagulls.
Yeah, possible. It felt like they were starting to wrestle the way back into the game a bit, but just can't quite seem to get it in their forward line and hold it in there for long enough at the moment.
They can't. Here's McNeil. He's trying to do something, but only came back as far as Draffin. Good tackle at ground level by Mohan. Tied Draffin up. The umpire said there'll be a ball up right on centre wing. Ticking into time on second quarter here. Hampden League live this afternoon. Don't forget, if you want to get Mike Brady to your footy club, go to 3ybfm.com.au and enter. And you might get up there Kazali sung out in the middle of your oval. It's a free kick here. It's going to go to Port Fairy, and it's Pollock. He's been outstanding. So left foot Pollock into the forward pocket looking for Sully. Couldn't take the mark. All Camperdown at ground level, but the ball's been forced over the line out of bounds. 50 metres around from the Port Fairy goal. We've played 25 minutes on the battery wheel time clock. They need a goal, the Seagulls, 2-3-15. They haven't added in this second quarter. Matty, they trail the Camperdown Magpies 5-5-35.
And let's go around the grounds. All thanks to McLaren Hunt Financial Group. South v Warrnambool at the friendlies. Ash Kelson, what's the latest?
24-minute mark. South Warrnambool 5-2-32. Warrnambool 3-4-22.
Roosters getting the job done there. Henry Robinson, Cobden v the Koroit Saints. What's the latest there, buddy?
Half time here, mate. Koroit 6-5-41, leading Cobden 4 behinds. Sammy Dobson's beautifully 3 for Koroit.
Oh, Dobson on fire. I'll tell you what, big flash Gordon's gone bang here from outside 50. That's the fourth of the quarter. And Flash goes bang. And I'll tell you what, mark that one down as a Lucas Brothers snag of the day as well. And it's raining goals now for Camperdown. They go to 6-5-41. There it is. They lead the Port Fairy Seagulls 2-3-15. And I'll tell you what, that was champagne football by the Magpies. Let's go to Skeeter Cannon. It is the Eagles taking on the Portland Tigers. And Skeeter at Bushfield, the Eagles just getting the job done.
Yeah, it's only half time, Matty. It's North Warrnambool 7-9-51, leading Portland 2-2-14.
That is Skeeter Cannon, and that is around the grounds, all thanks to McLaren Hunt Financial Group. How are you going to work out the Lucas Brothers snag of the day, you blokes?
Oh, there's been some great ones already, hasn't there? But Peter Hewlin's close to the action, so I'll leave it to him.
Close to the snags at the canteen. That's about the only ones I'm voting on today.
There's another one.
No. Apples has said no. Hit the post.
Hit the post. I'll tell you what, that was
it didn't look like it hit the post, mind you. Can we get a replay?
Pretty thick pads down there on those posts. I think it just brushed the padding.
So here we go. What have the Seagulls got in the repertoire now? I don't think they got a great deal, to be honest.
Ooh, been a quiet quarter for them.
Very quiet quarter. They need something from Paddy Lee just to lift a little bit. The P-man. Oh, here's a Noddy. Can he lift him?
It's a knots.
That's Sobey. Goes inboard. Mick Meal takes a nice mark. He's been good.
Very solid.
Been rock solid. Goes back out wide to Duncan. Duncan wanted to go short. Got the little Mustark. Goes back to McNeil. The rock just made him earn it. He'll swing onto the left boot here, Andy McNeil. Plays on. Good play. Carries the football a little bit. Sully's going to be the target. Gets a run at it. He won't drop that. Yeah, good mark by the big man. 50. No. Looking for 50 was Sully. Left foot kick as well.
Good
He's
kick.
got Pollock. Oh, good fist away that time. Pollock's good enough to gather. Little torpy kick. Goes to the top of the square, going back and taking a nice mark there. And that was Jared Evans for the Camperdown Magpies in the last line of defence, Poss.
Yeah, probably just need a little bit more composure there, did Pollock, and maybe a little drop punt to the top of the square, but nevertheless it comes out there towards Sully. God, affected the spoil, I thought, but gee, lucky free kick. I thought to Joshy Place. So Place for Camperdown off half-back will relieve. Goes short, looking for Spence. Cutting them up in the middle is Spence, goes down the line.
Oh,
looking
no,
there for
son.
little Baker. There's a free kick down the field, I think there is. Baker marked it anyway, so it didn't make a hell of a difference. He goes inboard. And this man's been pretty good today too. Charlie Lucas got it over the top. So is this boy, Sinnott. Zachy Sinnott goes long, but getting back his Harwood. Will he get there in time?
Oh, gee.
He didn't, but it went
They're
to the
peppering the
left.
goals now.
Oh, they're
And I tell
pumping
you
the
what,
goals.
there was well, he's a bit lethargic.
Boys, I don't know. I reckon it's probably a bit late to call it now, but I would have been throwing Matty Sully into the ruck for 10 or 15 minutes this quarter, I reckon. They've just lost a bit of drive in the middle there, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. And here's Gordon. He's taken another mark, and he's starting to get in, starting to control
ominous,
the
isn't he?
game up forward, the big fella.
How many's he kick, Poss?
This will be number 3 if he's successful this afternoon. Shojan Concrete scoreboard 2-3-15. The Seagulls 6-7-43. Camperdown 29 minutes. Battery Wheel time clock. Badeness Rural second quarter. Hampden League live this afternoon. Here goes Gordon. Check side. Kicks a goal. That's his third. So the Camperdown Magpies go on their merry way to go to 7-7. 49 in the Shojan Concrete scoreboard, leading the Port Fairy Seagulls 2-3-15. And down on the boundary for Rentford Keeps, Peter Hewland, they're really taking control now.
Yeah, definitely taking control now. I think losing that ruckman for Port Fairy might have thrown things out. And actually talk about Sully going in the ruck, but he has been pushing up the ground that I can see. But once he gets it there,
I know it's a difficult one because you've got to have something to kick to as
Rob
well, but
Peter
it's
to
got to
play
get
ball,
there,
don't
doesn't
you?
it?
Yeah,
You know?
that's it. It's a hard one. What about Gordon, boys? He's just taking his game with a scruff, to be honest, at the moment.
What's he think, 3 or 4? Three, and he's had
three
a number of
for
shots.
this afternoon.
Yep.
So ball back in the middle this time. Coates wins it down again. Coming through is Zach Sinnott. Handball goes to no one in particular. Gathered that time by Place. Gets it back there to a teammate, and that is number 15. Pick up who 15 is for the Camperdown Magpies, is it? We might have to look, try and find that one at half time, boys. Coates, big fist away again. He's tried hard in the ruck, running onto the football there. Nice pick-up was Place on the boot, and Apples doesn't move, and there's another one. And it's raining goals at the Gardens Oval. Port Fairy now.
The Apple.
It is all. It is all Camperdown, isn't it, boys? And the Magpies, they get 8-7-55. They lead Port Fairy 2-3-15. Shojan Rockhart, Concrete scoreboard. There's some worrying signs now, Greggy Kelson.
Oh, well, there were probably worrying signs 15, 20 minutes ago, weren't there? Let's just hope Port can kick back because it's looking like they're just going to get run over here, Matt.
Yeah, they're just playing with a bit of confidence now, Camperdown, aren't they, Pee-wee?
Yeah, once they got the confidence and got on top, they just seemed to be able to run away a bit more. But we just look to see if Port Fairy can respond in some way and wrestle back and make a competitive second half after this.
Good leap that time by Harris Elliott. But it's all the Magpies. Zach Sinnott again. That's clearance number 4. Looking for Flash. He just can't quite take the one-hander. Back of the pack. Baker! Snakey goes bang!
The snake.
And it is absolutely raining goals now. She is an absolute goal fest. And the Magpies go to 9-7-61. Port Fairy 2-3-15. And by golly, this has been a
Well, they're just looking
magnificent
undermanned now down back Port Fairy. When they had their hands on the footy, and they were running the ball forward. They looked dangerous, but as I said, when the ball's going the way it is, Pete Newlands, they're just looking so undermanned down back now, aren't they, Paul?
Oh, it's coming in thick and fast at the moment now, and you just can't keep holding that back.
No, we could be at the Star of the West early.
A seven-goal second quarter here this afternoon by the Camperdown Magpies. It's the Badeness Rural second quarter. Up they go. Tap out was won by Coates. He's controlled the centre bounces pretty much all day. Ball falls out to Lucardi for Port Fairy. Running race. Sully is first to it. He taps it to his advantage. He is having a go. He always does, Sully, but he couldn't gather that before it went over the line. Right in front of us in the commentary box here this afternoon.
He's virtually moved on to the ball, I think, too.
He has now, eyes, and they must have heard you. So they desperately need one, the Seagulls. I'm not sure whether they'll have time because we're 32, almost 33 minutes on the Battery World time clock, second quarter action. Sully and Coates. Coates won it. He got it down to the advantage of himself in the end, and him and Licardi seen it go over the boundary line, out of bounds, right in front of the change rooms here at Port Fairy this afternoon. Good conditions. Sticky, but not overly heavy underfoot, and the players handling the conditions pretty well. So it's going to be Sully again with Coates. Coates has been at it all day for the Magpies. This time Sully got it in and got the tap out, but only went as far as Charlie Lucas. Lucas left foot down the line. From behind is Dalton, been Port Fairy's best by a mile. I reckon he'll win himself a free kick here. He will.
He's hard at it, isn't he?
He is. He's got McNeil wide if he wants him, but they've never seen him. That was Duncan, in fact, so he plays on.
He'll be a good player in any side.
Yeah, left foot down the line. The mark's taken by Angus Gordon, but too late because there's the siren to end the second quarter here this afternoon, the Badeness Rural. Second quarter on Hampden League Live this afternoon. We play 33 minutes and 40 seconds in that quarter, and a 7-goal 5 term to the Camperdown Magpies. See them with a big lead at half-time, 9-7-61. The Port Fairy Seagulls just added the one behind for Senate Stats Eyes Kelson there on 2-3-15.
Yeah, and totally owned the quarter, Camperdown, and as I said, looking ominous. The boys are still, they haven't dropped their heads by any stretch of the imagination. Port Fairy, just watching them come into the huddle here, and they're still, patting each other on the back and trying to lift their teammates up. But, gee, it's a long way back now, I think, boys.
Absolutely, and there's young Sobey. He's got, that's a noddy. Look at that for a mullet. Magnificent. He's a beauty. Some good haircuts getting around out there. Look at that. Sensational.
They're encouraging one another, though, which is good.
Yeah, they are. They can be walking in with their heads down and all that kind of stuff. The Magpies, on the other hand, they're jogging off the ground here. They're up and about. They've had a magnificent quarter.
There's the Proclaimers, boys.
Yeah, they are. They are. Get those shot of the umpires. They are twins. Magnificent. Doing a great job, too. Are the ups this afternoon on Hampden League Live. Now listen, are we alive with the quaddie, mate?
No, you're alive in yours.
Taken two, too.
Thankfully, Pounding ran, sort of. It ran second, and as a placement, was nice. But gee, it was. It might have been something leaked. It got a long way back and rocketed home. But nonetheless, Big Apple, the first leg of the quaddie, Matty, which. There's one thing I wasn't wrong about. It was a tough quaddie today.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And one leg down, there's still 3 to go. It is going to be tough, that is for sure. We're going to take a break. On the other side, it is Blackie's Bake at the break. And, of course, the big fella not with us today. He's out with gastro, but he has been kind enough to do a bake.
Wouldn't it be a terrible patient for poor old Trish?
Oh, mate.
You feel sorry for Trish?
Yeah, he'd be hard work, the big fella.
The lemonade icy poles and from down at the
Shawnee Murray is going to be the man on the other side of the break, all thanks to Kerman's Hamburgers, one of Port Fairy's finest.
Hampden League Live for Clinton Bolsch Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, Harvey Norman Computers, Sungold Milk and McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central, 3YB FM.
Did you know that Badeness Rural have 3 agronomists and an experienced in-store team to help service the needs of their clients? With the right advice and the latest in agriculture technology, they provide a tailored service specific to your farm needs. Helping you boost production and keeping costs in check is what they do best. From on-farm agronomy to decades of expertise in-store to help you get the best results. Call in and see them today. Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Karamat Road, Warrnambool.
Southwest Local News is fast becoming known for its free, trusted, reliable and compassionate local news service. Southwest Local News. Local, free, always will be. 3 nights a week on Fitz Media's Facebook page.
Need insurance? See MGA Insurance Group. Great service, expert advice and competitive premiums for farmers, business owners and transport operators. Call Dennis and Gareth Morgan and Glenn Skilbeck, 55596 200.
Harvey Norman, your premium Optus dealer. Receive a $400 Harvey Norman gift card when you connect to a new $69 a month, 24-month SIM-only plan with 80 gigabytes of data for use in Oz. Available now at Harvey Norman. Offer available until withdrawn. Not available with any other offers. Minimum plan cost $1,656 over 24 months. Visit hn.com.au/Optus-BYO for terms and conditions.
Go! If you've been injured, make the call. Find out if you have a claim. Madden's Lawyers is the region's most experienced injury compensation firm. Madden's Lawyers. Make the call.
Right, thanks ladies and gentlemen. Got some lovely Angus bullocks here. Right, I've bid 390. 80 got, thank you. 2, 4, 6, 386, 8, 90, 392, 392. Jack Kelly here from J&J Kelly Stock Agency. We've been in business 30 years this year. We've got a great selling team to help market your livestock. We sell every Wednesday and the last Friday of each month at the Warrnambool Livestock Centre. Contact J&J Kelly Stock Agency and staff for all your livestock needs.
Stay warm in one of Narrawong Island Holiday Park's fully self-contained cabins where you can enjoy the sound and serenity of the ocean. Narrawong Island Holiday Park, your water escape on the mainland.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop, time for you, time for me, loving everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. The sun goes.
From trees to traffic, Carter Group is the home of fully trained arborists, offering tree removal, trimming and lopping of trees, along with on-site traffic management planners and high-quality traffic management. Visit cartergroup.com.au.
Fitz Media Productions is your online broadcast specialist. From meetings and special events to weddings, funerals and sport, Fitz Media's fully equipped mobile broadcast unit provides a professional, reliable live stream anywhere. Contact us today.
If there's one thing us Aussies know, it's great coffee. Like the best ever McCafe blend. Expertly made by baristas for a smooth, rich taste that hits the spot every time. Now that's coffee fit for an Aussie.
On 3YBFM, this is Hampden League Live for Sungold Milk, J&J Kelly Stock Agency and Rafferty's Tavern.
Hello and welcome to Blackie's Halftime Bake at the Break. Thanks to Kerman's Hamburgers, 71 years strong, Lava Street, Warrnambool and Ryrie Street in Geelong. I've got a special guest, an ex-teammate of mine in Sean Murrahy, a great family and a great name. Love Collingwood and they love Port Fairy and been associated with Port Fairy for ages. So welcome, Sean.
Thanks for having me, Blackie.
No worries, it's a pleasure, mate. And how are you travelling? You're down to the beach at the moment, they tell me.
Yeah, just doing a bit of clean up at the surf club for the weekend. Yeah, it's one of my little jobs. Just do every now and then. Yeah,
pretty hard.
Look nice, neat and tidy.
Pretty hard to take on a nice day, mate.
Oh yeah, I picked a good day. I'm upsetting the tourists that are on the beach, so I'm just got the earphones on, not hearing a thing. So.
Oh, that's good, mate. We're going to talk about your football career and your family involvement with Port Fairy, and we'll start with your family, mate. Tell us about your family. Your father, Mert, he was a great man. I knew him for a few years when I moved to Port Fairy in 1981. Got to know him. Mert and Marge, so you had a great family. Tell us a bit about your family, mate.
Yeah, always, as everyone knows, that I think Dad was a pretty handy footballer. He often said he was. He played in Port Fairy's last premiership, which seems a long time ago, 1958.
Only premiership, senior premiership.
Senior premiership, yeah, their last and only.
Yeah.
Don't want to harp on that too much, but
no, we don't, mate.
He originally was a Croydon boy and met Mum and finished up moving to Port Fairy when he was in his late teens, I think.
Yep.
And Mum's still in the family house at Princess Highland, Port Fairy, as we speak. So, which is good. And Dad passed away 25 years ago now. So
yeah, that's gone, mate,
It
isn't it?
just seems like the other day, but yeah, these things happen.
Long time, mate. And tell us about your juniors. Where did it all start for you? Port Fairy, of course. But what age were you, and what underage did you play at?
Oh, geez, back then I think it was just... I remember playing on a Sunday comp with there's 4 teams from Port Fairy, so there was Moyne Green and Moyne Gold, the Yambuck Mat, and I was probably 10 and playing under 14s, and then of course it went into Warrnambool District. Then I think it was 12s, 14s, and 16s.
Yeah.
Hampden League, and just come up through the ranks like most people do. Yeah.
And mate, my ex-brother-in-law, Roddy Wearmouth, come to Port Fairy, bought the pub in 1981, and he come after his career at Collingwood finished in 81, and he come and started coaching Port Fairy in 82, and that happened to be, was that your first senior year?
No, it was like Christmas when I heard that Roddy Wearmouth coming from Collingwood was going to coach Port Fairy. 83 was my first year, so I got to see him coach and play, and then I was lucky enough to get my first year in 83, played all but one game for the whole year. As you know, we made the green and just missed out there, but I was probably fortunate as a junior coming into the seniors, and I think we won our first 11 games that year. So
we did, mate. Just tell us about that year, Sean.
I still remember the loss. What's that?
Just tell us about that year, 83, made the grand final. I think it was a good year, great for Ronnie Cum, but unfortunately we didn't get the bickies. But just tell us a bit about 83 after we won our first 11.
Won our first 11, and I think Terang might have beaten us at Terang, and Richard Wearmouth was coaching Terang, and Ronnie didn't take that too lightly.
He did not.
So I can still vividly remember the Tuesday night training. We just needed our runners, and we were... If everyone knows the one-way street in Port Fairy, there's a little hill up from the store.
Yeah.
We ran up that, and then we sprinted along one-way street to between the telephone poles, down the hill. We did the block about 6 times, and he said, "That's quarter time." I said, "Oh, geez." Anyhow, we probably did another 4 or 5 laps, but I can still remember that just like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
It didn't bother me because I was fit and young, but by Joseph, it was hard work, and we really paid the price of our first defeat that year. But amazing.
And I even remember that year we had there was a bye in the competition that year, and we had a practice match at Killarney against the reserves, or like a mixed one, and then we had to run back along the beach from Killarney. So
correct.
He was into his fitness, wasn't he, the man?
Oh yeah, probably why one of the reasons we actually got to the grand final. There's a couple of finals that we just scraped through, thanks to David Coffey at the Friendlies, big torpedo from 16 metres, and got us through. But yeah, we were fit, that's for sure.
And mate, the second semi that we lost to Colac at the Friendlies, 5 goals up at 3/4 time. We got rolled. That was hard to take.
It's a real hard pill to take, but and we still couldn't get back on them 2 weeks later. But it's all history, isn't it? Unfortunately.
It is, mate, and we got through and made the grand final. Just tell us about the grand final. What do you can remember about the 83 grand final?
I remember
supporter-wise and playing-wise.
Yeah, I was doing my apprenticeship. Butchers with Ray Hoare in Bank Street, and I remember the Saturday morning I might have some work to do at the shop, but I remember up early, had the banana sandwich, the ritual banana sandwich, and caught the bus at Rooney's Motors, and the supporters, they were up and about. It was just amazing, the feeling around the place, and even travelling up, people on the sides of the roads, and this is before the game, mind you, so I'd hate to think what would have happened if we had a won, but not to be. But Colac were just marginally too good on the day. It wasn't the combine.
It wasn't much in it, was it? Yeah, that was only, I think, their 3rd or 4th year as a combine. Might have been only their 2nd. And yeah, we had a guy called Barry Stevens, who was about 6'10", wasn't he? So he was handy.
He was a big boy.
He come on, but Theodore kind of fixed him up, so that got rid of him.
He does.
Yeah, no,
they had some tough buggers playing for him, that's for sure.
They did, mate. And disappointing that Ronnie didn't hang around for long in his first stint. He only stayed for 2 years, so that was fairly disappointing.
Yeah, he did come back, didn't he? Had a go in early 90s, I think.
Yep.
Had another crack in the early 90s after sojourn up the bush, and had it been another 2 or 3 years, who knows what could have happened.
And, mate, you end up playing 170 games or so with Port Fairy in the seniors. Tell me who were a few of your coaches after that? And we had our ups and downs after that, Port Fairy.
Yeah, we I remember Trevor Whitworth and Brendan Mason. He was a terrific coach. Kyle Robinson coached seniors in, I think, pretty sure it was 89, and I was made captain because we brought in a few lads, recruits that got jobs at Alcoa when it was first up and going. So they made me captain for the year, which was a great honour. I think we would have got rolled in elimination at the Reed by South that year, but that was a good year. And I played 4 games in the interleague that year, which made it granny. And we played in Mildura, we got rolled up there, but that was a great experience and that year for me. But we had quite a few coaches when I think about it. But Brendan Mason was one that stands out. He was a hard man, and he led from the front. He was only hanging around for a couple of years as well. Peter Light.
Yeah.
We had some terrific blokes, some great coaches over the years.
Pistol,
yeah. He was a better player than a coach, but he was inexperienced when he came. But he was good too. He was a good footballer.
Yeah. And, mate, the Seagulls had their up and down, so, it's really good that they've been competitive, very competitive the last 5 or 6 years, so you must be wrapped with that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We've had some good sides the last few years, but it's hard to hang on to them. But interesting to see how they fathom this year. We've lost quite a few and picked up a few, so lost some good players. But every club goes through that. So we've got a terrific coach in Winner Cindy, sensational fella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, your family, your wife Martina and yourself and the kids are all been involved with the Port Fairy Football Club off the field. So tell us a bit about that. It's very humbling what you've done, and you and Martina have put in a lot of hard work and kept the club afloat, mate. Volunteers are very underrated in the football circles, and you've done a really good job.
Yeah, I've been in the committee for 30 odd years, I think, and Martina's been. Well, Mum was there early on, looking after teas and afternoon teas, and Martina's taken that over, and she's actually having the year off with the teas this year. She found out last year there's other things to do, so she's going to have a bit of a break. But
fair enough.
I just love the involvement, love the club, love the people around the club. So I'm there for a long time, so I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, good on you, mate. And you're working. You left the butchery, and you're doing something different, mate.
Yeah, been out there 10 years. Young Nick Sheen, my last apprentice, took that over. He's had 10 summers, and now I'm a lifeguard and pool manager and teach swimming at the local Belfast Aquatics in Port Fairy, which I enjoy. Yeah, there's some early starts, but you're finished by 10 or 11 some days, and then the rest of the day's free to do whatever. Yeah.
All right, mate. We could tell a few stories, but probably not for air anyway. So I hope I took you under my wing when you come out from under 18s, and hope I didn't teach you too many bad habits, mate.
You certainly did. I still remember a certain conversation we had before the first game. He said, you told me that you'd look after me except when we played Mortlake, so we won't mention any names, but you go that far back, you'll remember a fellow called Jeff Clark, and he might go chop that out, I don't know, but yes, I found out why.
Mate. Stay away from him. No, it's been terrific, mate. I'd like to thank you, Sean, for your time, mate, and I'll catch you over at the few Port Fairy games.
No worries.
Hampden League Live for Clinton, Bolsh, Warrnambool, Nissan, Badeness Rural, Harvey Norman Computers, Sungold Milk, and McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central. 3YB FM.
If there's one thing us Aussies know, it's great coffee. Like the best ever McCafe blend. Expertly made by baristas for a smooth, rich taste that hits the spot every time. Now that's coffee fit for an Aussie.
Woohoo! The footy's back, bigger and better than ever. Just like the boys at Peter Bolsh Bridgestone, now offering full logbook servicing and mechanical. With tyres starting from $60 and zip pay available. Why go anywhere else? Peter Bolsh Bridgestone, Ferry Street.
Need something welded or fabricated? See Warrnambool Sheet Metal. Commercial kitchens, benches, exhaust and new canopies, handrails, gates, mailboxes and toolboxes. There's not much Warrnambool Sheet Metal can't do. Braithwaite Street.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop, time for you, time for me, loving everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. Sun gold.
From trees to traffic, Carter Group is the home of fully trained arborists, offering tree removal, trimming and lopping of trees, along with on-site traffic management planners and high-quality traffic management. Visit cartergroup.com.au.
The Country Care Dental team listen, care and explain so you know you're in good hands. From no-gap cleaning to advanced procedures, they'll look after you. Open 8 to 7 weekdays in Hamilton and Camperdown. countrycaredental.com.au.
When building a new home, the first place to go is Greens Bricks and Windows. They stock PGH Bricks trend windows and doors with double glazing to all styles. Make the right choice. See Greens Bricks and Windows, 7 Robson Street, Warrnambool. Did you know that Badeness Rural have 3 agronomists and an experienced in-store team to help service the needs of their clients? With the right advice and the latest in agriculture technology, they provide a tailored service specific to your farm needs. Helping you boost production and keeping costs in check is what they do best. From on-farm agronomy to decades of expertise in-store to help you get the best results. Call in and see them today. Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Caramit Road, Warrnambool.
Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater has all your fresh meats ready to go. And small goods handmade on the premises daily. Yeah! Find Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater at Lucas Brothers Butchers with easy, convenient drive-through. Corner of Banyan and Lava Streets, Warrnambool.
You gotta get down to Pontings, they're the expert crew, who are always here for you. It's where the locals go, where the tradies know. You gotta get down to Pontings. We've got ya.
Harvey Norman, your premium Optus dealer. Receive a $400 Harvey Norman gift card when you connect to a new $69 a month, 24-month SIM-only plan with 80 gigabytes of data for use in Oz. Available now at Harvey Norman. Offer available until withdrawn. Not available with any other offers. Minimum plan cost $1,656 over 24 months. Visit hn.com.au/Optus-BYO for terms and conditions.
Go! Need insurance? See MGA Insurance Group. Great service, expert advice and competitive premiums for farmers, business owners and transport operators. Call Dennis and Gareth Morgan and Glenn Skilbeck, 55596 200.
On 3YBFM, this is Hampden League Live for McDonald's, Warrnambool East and Central, MGA Insurance and Pontings Mitre 10.
Welcome back to Hampden League Live. Third quarter has just got underway. We've played a minute and a half, and guess what? Flash Gordon's kicked his fourth. He's gone bang straight out of the middle, and the big man has kicked the first of the third quarter. And the Magpies go to 10-7. 67 leading the Seagulls 2-3-15, and I reckon Flash Watch is about as good as we're going to get in this last second half, boys. The sting's going to be out of it. We're just going to see how many Flash can snag for the day, Poss.
Yeah, absolutely. Free kick might have been missed there to the Seagulls, to Pollock. The umpire
He's been good, hasn't he, the young kid?
Good. Nothing doing. He's going to ball it up. So this third quarter action at Darden's Oval this afternoon brought to you by Sungold Milk. For Billy Slater and the gang out there at Sungold Milk. Here's a clearance opportunity for Port Fairy, running onto his little man Mohan. He got it off to Phillip Hill, mullet in Sobey. Sobey's kick sort of went nowhere. It came back out there towards Charlie Lucas, been good today, and he'll earn himself a free kick.
Had to be a free kick there.
Had to be no other way. So he's got players loose, and one of them out here is Joshy Place. So Place with the long sleeves, doing all the attacking early, the Camperdown Magpies. Carrying on from where they were in that second quarter. That's a beautiful kick. Lace out to Spence, and then lace out to Gordon. He'll go back and shoot for his fifth.
Good mark too.
Beautiful movement of the Sharon there by Camperdown. Started off with Charlie Lucas. He got it out there towards Place. Place lace out to Spence, and likewise lace out to Gordon.
This is for 5.
So Sammy Gordon for number 5, and we're just ticked into 3.5 minutes on the Battery World Time Clock Shochin concrete scoreboard.
Come on,
10-7-67. Camperdown Magpies, they lead the Seagulls 2-3-15. And it's getting very gloomy here too this afternoon at Gardens Oval. The scoreboard is ablaze as Gordon comes in. Right foot drop punt on its way, and there is number 5. That's number 5 for the big flash. And the Camperdown Magpies. They go on their merry way, 11-7. That's 73. Leading the Port Fairy Seagulls are on 2-3-15. And Pete Ulan down on the boundary for rent for keeps. Not the start the Port Fairy Seagulls wanted.
No, not possible. But as Camperdown's continued on, after half-time, Camperdown team, they're still full team. There's no injuries to report of there, but unfortunately Port Fairy has lost Chapman for the rest of the day, so their rotation down.
And that's our report for Arts and K. Matty Stewart, our great sponsors for our injury updates throughout the afternoon.
Oh, yeah, for all your medical needs, get in and see the friendly staff at Arts and K. Sully wins this one down to Darcy Smith. A little banana kick coming out to meet it. There is Mohan. Mohan, a little bit of 1-2 action. Gets the ball out. Had no peripheral vision there, and that's holding the Agates. That is holding the pill, and the free kick has gone to the Camperdown Magpies. Not the best kick, smother there by Mohan. Magpies got numbers around the contest, though. Handball comes out, taken high. No, it's a throw. It is a throw, and the free kick's going to go to the Port Fairy Seagulls. And that's Segde Legardi. He's been good.
He's been good.
For Port Fairy. Just like he likes a bit of swell over here at the Passage.
Not much today, no wind.
Not much happening out there today. He's going to have a shot here, is he? He's going to have to kick from outside 50. Likes his chances. He's got Zanotti on short if he wants to use him. Chooses not to. Sully's going to fly. Fist away. Goes out of bounds. The ball up 11-7, 73. That is the Camperdown Magpies. Port Fairy 2-3-15. Shojan Rockhard concrete scoreboard. And the toot-toot traffic. Of course, the revegetation, the traffic management, the water boys looking magnificent. Sure you can even see Timmy Carter and Karras and the crew do a magnificent job. Sully, he's been in everything too. He just tries hard. He's getting frustrated, I can see that. Stacks on the mill. It's hard. It must be hard for someone like Matty Sully. You know, he probably feels like he has to do so much, boys, doesn't he?
Yeah, but look, credit to him. He comes out week after week, and he's the sort of people that Port needs sticking around here. Speaking of Sully, had an opportunity, got it out there towards Peak. Peak's little kick to Mohan. He might have been held without it. No, said the umpire. Here's the Mullis. Sobey got it out towards Peak again. He sort of back into trouble there, and the umpire will probably pull this up. He will. It's only about 20 metres out from the Port Fairy goal, and to say they need one, Peter Eulens, is an absolute understatement down there for rent for keeps.
Definitely need one, but promising that they've locked it in here for the last minute or two, and if they can keep it in here, hopefully something will break open for them.
Looking to score. Beautiful tap by Sully. Went to the advantage of Camperdown, though. In there and getting back was Draffin. He's been good this afternoon too. Goes down long, but it's all the Seagulls, and Colin Harwood will take the mark. He plays on. A kick from 50 metres. I tell you what, he's just missed to the right. So 2-4-16, the Shojan concrete scoreboard. First score for the quarter for the Seagulls. They trail 11-7, 73. We've ticked into 7 minutes in the battery wheel time clock. Second quarter action, Hampden League live today, brought to you by SunGold Milk.
It's all Camperdown at the moment, isn't it? Nice kick inboard. Finds Charlie Lucas. He goes back that time to number 14 in Jared Evans. Kick smothered. Well done by Sully. Oh, little bucket out the back there. Here goes Paddy Lee. Handball goes forward. Can they run onto it? No, they can't. Scrimmage at the back of the pack. Well done there that time by Evans. Gets it out to a teammate in Gordon. Out to Dundon. Good fist away over the top. Dundon's wrapped up in a tackle. Well, the umpire's paid it. That's red hot. Anyway, the resultant free kick is going to go to the Port Fairy Seagulls, and Darcy Smith. He's on the 50-metre arc. What's he going to do? Lee presenting for him. He's going to go back and have a shot too, is he here? He's milking the clock. Backing themselves in here, the Seagulls, in pretty tricky conditions. Dusty McCorkle downstairs to him and Spooky Sinnott. A couple of Hampden League legends.
Telling each other how good they were.
Dusty. Here he comes, Smith. Tell you what, he's connected all right. It's gone out of bounds on the full. And no score there. So 2-4-16, the Seagulls, 11-7-73. And Pee-wee, they're certainly backing themselves in with their kicking here, aren't they, the Seagulls?
Yeah, they're backing themselves in, Matt, but probably all their shots are coming from either too far out or in the pocket, so just got to get in a dangerous spot.
Just on that, Pee-wee, surely you'd know your sort of maximum distance. In that situation, rather than have the ball sort of rushed over the line for out of bounds or through for a point, I would imagine you'd be much better sort of just popping it up to the top of the goal square and hoping for a mark or a goal at ground level.
Yeah, I agree. Get into a bit of a dangerous spot.
Yep.
Just get 15, 20 out.
Makes it,
instead of getting it easily defended against.
And makes it too easy for the defenders, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Certainly does, mate. Just, Matthew, you're the form of Richmond not looking too bad. With North Melbourne only 10 goals down at three-quarter time against Hawthorn. Both.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, and Sydney reasonably comfortable leaders over the Adelaide Crows too, with not long to play in the third quarter in Sydney.
A couple of horses on the loose at Caulfield too, boys. There might be a slight delay there at Caulfield. I'm not too sure who or what eyes, but keep an eye on that one. All thanks to Mickey Burke's Croyd Hotel.
Beautifully, Draffin squares it up for the Magpies. Now they're out in that far outer side wing, getting back, taking a good mark is Colin Harwood. He's been pretty good this afternoon.
Been great.
Most weeks. Harwood goes long, down the line looking for Sully. You mark from behind, he does.
Grab.
Just too tall on that occasion for Draffin. So Sully, I want to move it quickly. Left foot, he's 70 out. Good kick. Here's our man, Mohan. Surely it's a free
Play it, umpire.
No! Gee, he was dragged down. Now what's going to happen? I think the other umpire's paid it. The other umpires paid it.
Oh, big going on with Zanotti.
In the meantime, the Phillip Hill Hair Design player of the day, young Jackson Sobey, is having a bit of a to-do down there.
He likes it hard. That little Paddy Lee's in there too.
It's a Paddy. So our little man, Mohan, Radush.
I can't believe that is an overturn from 50 metres away.
Well, I think it was the correct call though, Matty, because he should have either took the mark or he's dragged back. Agreed to by the great Lockie Rook, former umpire extraordinaire back in the studio.
Yeah,
so here's Mohan.
Well, the favourite's out too. The favourite is out. It'll be out of Caulfield.
Both 2 and 8 on the loose there.
They need one.
At Caulfield.
Mohan comes in and misses.
Chain of Lightning and Lempika. So,
gee whiz, I was keen on Chain of Lightning and it was heavily supported too, Ice. Money back though.
He was only 20 metres out that time was Mohan, and he's missed to the left. So 2-5-17, the Shojin Concrete scoreboard. The Seagulls, 11-7-73. That is the Camperdown Magpies. We've ticked into 11 minutes. Battery wheel time clock set. Third quarter action. Sun Gold Milk here this afternoon.
Oh, yeah, this is an entertaining game. Make no mistake about it. I'm enjoying it. Oh, he's been magnificent, Spence. He's wrapped up this time, though. Umpire says play on. Handball comes out to Miles Sinnott. He spots it onto Sumner. Sumner's looking for the big man, Flash Gordon. Happy to see it out of bounds. He's kicked 5, Flash. He's been magnificent. He's got to be in Matthews Petroleum Player of the Day contender as well. Big Peter Ewlands, you'll be part of that voting later on. You and I's Kelson. You like the big forwards. I's like the big midfielders.
Matty, just looking at that incident at Caulfield, it looked like they loaded those 2 horses and the gates sprung open and both horses dropped the riders. So
his moods won't be
it's
happy
a fickle game, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Here's an opportunity for Camperdown to kick another one, and they do. That's by Milesy Sinnott. Kicks his first for this afternoon, and the 12th for the Camperdown Magpies, and they go on their merry way. They move on to 12-7-79. The Shojin Concrete scoreboard, 2-5-17. Sinnott stats. Eyes Kelson, it's all Camperdown.
Yeah, it's absolutely all Camperdown. I just want to cross down to Pete Ewlands, and Pete, conditions now are quite good, aren't they?
Oh, it's been a great afternoon conditions-wise. Once that rain disappeared, it's no wind, a little bit tacky underfoot, so really good day for footy.
Yeah,
absolutely. I used to like the tack underfoot, to be honest. Like it was
get that little
slowed them down.
stickiness on the ball.
Yeah, slows them all down. So 2-5-17. Seagulls have only kicked 3 points since quarter time.
10 goals to 3 points, Matty. Since quarter time.
Water boys are having a ball today. Smiles on their dials, 4 of them running water in and out. Matty, great to be alive as a young man, isn't it?
He's a right. Sully wins that one down too. Big Sagsy. Oh, here's Spence. He's been absolutely magnificent. Got a teammate in Dundon. Dundon can run and carry. Decides not to bounce on that left foot. Looking for Flash. Oh, And I tell you what, he's taken an absolute beauty, and he's going to go back and try and slot his 6th of the afternoon, and he's on fire. That was beautiful football.
Can you? No. Beautiful.
It was Spence to Dundon to Gordon, and Flash lining up for number 6.
How many score involvements for Spence?
Oh, he's been magnificent. He's 35 metres out, Gordon. You'd back him in here because he's kicking everything. Comes in, kicks on its way. He's leant back on it just a fraction, and it goes through for a minor score. So 12-8-80 the Magpies, the Seagulls 2-5-17. Let's go around the grounds, all thanks to McLaren Hunt. Ash Kelson, Roosters take on the Blue Baggers. What's happening up there, Ash?
12-minute mark, third quarter. South Warrnambool 7-5-47. Warrnambool 3-5-23.
Beautifully done, Ash. Let's go to Henry Robertson, Cobden v. Koroit. What's the latest down there, Henry?
About 26-minute mark of the third quarter. It's Koroit 8-7-55. The Cobden 5 behinds.
Also getting the job done there, Henry Robinson. And let's go to Skater Cannon, North Warrnambool v. Portland.
20 minutes third quarter, Matty. North Warrnambool 8-12-60. Portland 3-2-20.
Beautifully done. That is around the grounds, all thanks to McLaren Hunt Financial Group.
Beautifully done. So Adamson for Port Fairy won the footy, but it only went as far as Jared Evans for Camperdown, and he kicks up towards the half-forward line, falls out the back to Coates, goes back again to Pollock. He'd been good for the Seagulls this afternoon. Has this man, Dalton. They certainly have been Port Fairy's two probably best players, along with Sully. Dalton goes long. Getting back there for Camperdown, though, was McBean. He goes down the line to the Rock, but the Rock kicks it out of bounds on the full while he was looking for Spence.
No good for the quaddie for me, guys.
Craig Williams,
free kick. He's slating it.
We'll go.
Can he get one more?
I want the next.
Wow.
So Dalton. Bretton Dalton for the Seagulls, relieving, looking for Sully. Couldn't quite get it on the half volley. Now he's under pressure from his Camperdown opponents. He tried to get it across to Jared Stevens. That was the Camperdown player there, but he falls to ground. There'll be a ball up. A far outside half-forward flank, about 70 metres around for the Port Fairy goal. They trail badly to the tune of 63 points. And we've played nearly 15 and a half minutes on the Sun Gold Milk third quarter Hampden League live action here this afternoon. And, Matty, don't forget, if you want Mike Brady to sing at your local footy club, get on to 3ybfm.com.au and put your entry form in.
Oh, 100%.
They start today.
100% get involved. Imagine him coming to a social function at your football club singing up there, Kazali.
Oh, after you've had a few pints. Wouldn't that be good?
Oh, you'd do it on grand final night too, surely.
Would.
There'd be absolutely lock-ins everywhere. Russell's Creek got a back to reunion next weekend too. People, you're heading up to Creekerland?
It's on the cards. I could be up there for a little visit back to the old stomping ground.
Just a guest appearance.
They'll be paying you money to get up there, I'd say.
Obviously, I'm not wanted back here again next week in the commentary box.
I wouldn't have thought so. Oh, no, I'm not here, so you could be.
Oh, I love it. Sully wins it down that time. Wrapped up there. I'll tell you what, boys, if I see McNeil went off the ground early to start that third term. Has he come back on Pee-wee, all thanks to Arts and Car? I don't think he has.
I haven't noticed him.
No.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. There's a little bit happening on that far of the side. And they're having a crack. No love lost. So the free kick's going to go to Port Fairy. I reckon it's going to be young Ollie Myers. No, he's going to get it to
Adamson, I think it is.
Adamson.
The red-headed man.
He goes inboard. No, not the best kick. It just goes over the top of Sully that time. Chopping in, taking a nice mark was Angus Gordon. Kicks down. Molen's a target. Stevens. Oh, good mark by Lukey Molen. Plays onto that man against Spence. Spence up to that man again. It's Flash. Big flashy Gordon. He's got about 70 metres in front of him. Kicks down. Looks for Fitzgerald. Takes a screamer. Absolutely magnificent from the veteran Timmy Fitzgerald. One-handed. And that is a Matco Hire highlight of the day contender. It was as good as you'll see today in conditions like this. And Timmy Fitzgerald's going to go back and try and slot the 13th of the afternoon. Cam Spence comes to the bench for a well-earned rest. He's got to be in Matthews Petroleum contention for player of the day. He's been sensational. So Fitzgerald comes in.
You're keeping it interesting, Matt.
Oh, yeah. Comes in, kicks on its way. Not too much movement there from the great man Apples.
He's not moving well, Apples.
Got the orange boots, the big fella, too. He's looking magnificent. So, 12,880. That is the Camperdown Magpies. Port Fairy 2,517. That's on the Shojin Rock Hard Concrete scoreboard for your concreting needs. Get in and see the friendly staff at Shojin Concrete. Sugar Rowan will do it for you.
Absolutely. 3 goals, 2 added by the Camperdown Magpies in this quarter, boys, to just the 2 behinds to the Seagulls. So it's another mark out there. I think this might be the Rock. Left foot, driving it long, looking for the flash. Up he goes. He got bustled underneath it. It falls to the back to Hayes for Port Fairy. He'll get it across to Peak. Peak off and running. Kicks down to the advantage. Oh, he's just found touch. He was looking out there for his Port Fairy teammate in young Lucardi, but it's gone over the line and out of bounds about 55, 60 metres around from the Camperdown goal. So it's going to be Sully up against Coates. Coates has been good this afternoon, as has Sully. Sully bustles him out of position. Got the tap out, but only as far as Charlie Lucas. He's been fantastic. Lucas gives it to Sammy Gordon. And the flash will go back now. He's only 30 metres out, 25 metres out, in fact, down there on the boundary, Peter Yuland. And he'll go back and try to slot number 6 for the afternoon.
He's looking very dangerous down there now, Poss. It's coming in really nicely to him. It's a matter of how many for him, I think.
That's the thing, it's the delivery. It's been absolutely sensational. He's got on a lead and they've spotted him up lace out on many occasions. So Gordon, he missed his previous shot at goal. He shouldn't miss this one because he's right in front and he doesn't. He's got 6 for the afternoon. 13-9. 87, the Camperdown Magpies, the Shojin Concrete scoreboard. They lead the Port Fairy Seagulls 2-5-17. And that is number 4 for the quarter and number 3 for the quarter for Big Sam and number 6 for the afternoon. And we've played, just ticked into 20 minutes on the Battery Wheel time clock here at Gardens Oval this afternoon, and it's all the Camperdown Magpies. They've now kicked 4 goals, 2 in this quarter, to just the 2 behinds by the Port Fairy Seagulls.
And I just missed it last minute there. Looks like maybe Pollock for Port Fairy has just gone into the rooms holding the old snoz. He might have copped one there with a little bit of clarity.
You might need a bit of cotton wool up the snozzle, and you can buy that down at Arts & K. It's on special in little bags. You can get it down there this afternoon.
Can I just give a shout out to Jenny Hillman? She's tuning in from the Isle of Skye in Scotland.
It's over in an island, in between Ireland and
Isn't that amazing?
And Scotland.
She's one of Camperdown's finest too, Jen.
Absolutely. I wish I was at the Isle of Skye. It's a magnificent part of the world.
Feels a bit Scottish in the old weather over here today.
Yeah, pretty Scotland here today. Here's a chance for Coates. He's been good too this afternoon in the ruck for the Magpies. Drives it in. Where is he? The same. He's got it again. He's got it again. The flash. And this time might test him a little bit. He had a shot here after the siren, the second just on quarter time. He's going to go short. It's 50 metres, so this will be a certainty now. I think it's against the runner. In Swish, is it? It's given him 250s, as a matter of fact.
So is this 7?
This will be number 7. Number 7, and he's 4th for this quarter. And he'll walk in because Nick Hayes is right on the line, and he goes bang, and he kicks the 14th for the Camperdown Magpies this afternoon. 14-9-93 on the Shojin Concrete scoreboard. The Port Fairy Seagulls 2-5-17. And we've played 22 minutes of the Battery Wheel time clock. Third quarter action. Hampden League Live brought to you by Sun Gold Milk here this afternoon. And, Peter Yuland down on the boundary line for a rent for keeps. That's certainly something Port Fairy didn't want. A double 50. He only would have needed 1 anyway. And he has 7. And we are now officially on flash wash eyes.
Well, they've only kicked 4 points since the first quarter, Port Fairy. And, boys, I've just come up from downstairs and Andy McNeil's showered and getting back into the city. So, he certainly won't be coming back today.
That's no good.
And Pollock's still on the bench with a bit of a blood nose there, with a bit of ice on the back of the neck. So
and realistically, really that was down. 2 of their better players in the first part of the game, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yes, no good at all, that is for sure. Here they go again. Spence to Gordon. Oh, just watch those hammies, big fella. I'll tell you what, he's having a crack here. He's kicked 7. He's looking for double figures today. Make no mistake about that, Ozzie Kelson. Hand comes through there. Wrapped up in the tackle.
Full pelt.
Stacks on the
Don't
middle.
know whether I want to be standing in the hole either. He comes running out pretty fast.
He's a big boy, that is for sure. And
Where are you punting? You got that?
he's a man. Now, let's have a look at Morpheville.
There's a bit going on.
There was one named after you there, and doesn't get the job done. Eyes never lie was the other name.
Well, that's probably because it's not true.
I love it. Absolutely love it. So the ball's gone out of bounds. The Sting's well and truly got out of this.
Yeah, half a dozen bottles. I think I'll slip down and grab them, eh?
And Peter Hewland, it's Peter Hewland, our boundary rider. It's not the ex-councillor.
He could be next week.
Controversial, wasn't he?
I reckon he'd be wrapped with the comparison.
Oh, that was a big hit there from Mohan.
He has a little crack. The lad,
He has a
doesn't
crack. The Rock's told to play on. Gordon's a target. He takes another one. Big flash. What's happened? He's not pulling it back, surely. Don't take it off him.
The kid's learning a bit down there.
It's got to be advantage.
No, it's a mark.
And Flash is going to go back for number 8.
And the young lads did everything possible, just not strong enough.
Oh, Gordon, he's 15 metres out directly in France. This is the entertainment factor we're looking for this afternoon on Hampden League Live. He's like a young Pee-wee Sivanasiva Yuland. As he comes in, big flash. He slots it. He just kicks it straight over the top of Apple's head.
That's actually 7, Matty. Now.
Oh, 7? What's happened?
That's only 7 he's kicked.
Oh, wow.
We were one ahead, I think, I'm pretty sure. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. No, it's 8.
It's 8, mate. Come on, you had me worried. I'm thinking,
2,
cut
3,
it out.
4,
It is 8 of the best.
5, 6, 7, and 8. Yes. And he has, in
15.
fact, kicked 5 for the quarter.
5 for the quarter. He's kicked 8 Pee-wee. He's putting on a clinic.
I think we might need to get Aaron Sinnott up there doing the adding up of the goals.
15-9-99 now, the Magpies. The Seagulls 2-5-17. Shojan Rock, hard concrete scoreboard. Flash has kicked 8. What a performance. The ball back in the middle. Sully's in the ruck now. He's going to go up against Molan. Oh, a little bit of tap work there. Nice by Molan. Oh, coming through was Dalton. I've liked this bloke's game today. He's been magnificent. Little Harry Peake swings onto the left boot, kicks, but nobody's home. Nobody's home for the Port Fairy Seagulls, and a nice mark taken out there and a good kick too, and spots up Dommy Absalom, son of the great Mick. He goes inboard once again there to place. It's chipping around. They're doing it pretty comfortably at the moment. Camperdown. Out to the Rock. Rock told to play on. He goes inboard to Draffin. Draffin's been magnificent too for mine for Camperdown this afternoon. Haven't seen a lot of him throughout his career. Inboard to Sinnott.
It's definitely opening up a bit there, Matt.
That's the Zach Sinnott. You're spot on, Pee-wee, to Spence. Spence has kicked long, looking for Fitzgerald. He takes a nice contested mark. He's second inside 50 for the quarter. And he's going to go back and have a shot at about probably 45 metres out by the time he takes the kick. Nearly the same distance out as Noah Bolter last night.
He waited for 2 minutes before he had his shot.
Oh, what was he thinking? God, unbelievable. Anyway, Fitzgerald kicks. Gordon's going to get this. Oh, he's goaled it. That is a great kick from there. Mark that one down as a Lucas Brothers Snag of the Day contender. Fitzgerald.
2 for him for the quarter, Matty.
2 for the quarter, and Camperdown, well, they're just smashing them now. 16-9-105, the Seagulls. 2-5-17, and Ice Kelson. Hard to see where they're going to get any improvement here.
Jazz of Thunder running away with things, Matthew. I'm sorry, I'm watching Mildura races as we speak. And Lindsay Smith wrapping up the carnival there. Thank you, Uncle Lindsay.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Esvella. Be the first ride Esvella's had for Lindsay, I think.
Well, J. Carr 1 for 1 and Esvella 1 for 1.
Ball up. Back in the square. 44 goals, incidentally, for the season for Big Flash, Matty. I just had a quick look at the stats. So his 8 today takes him to 44 in his 13 games, which is a good return. Here's Sully on his left foot out in that far outside wing. Kicks it down the line, but it's all Camperdown. And an easy mark taken out there by, I think it's Joshy Place.
Just a little bit more online stuff. Just a comment from one of our listeners, Peter Hewland. Insightful, refreshing, and really fun to listen to on the boundary line. That was from Trent Hill.
Peter Hewland. Oh, Flash has marked another one, boys, in the meantime. Flash has won, and he'll go back to slot number 9 for this afternoon. And, well, It'll be 45, and the question is, can he bring up 50 for Senate's stats eyes Kelson for the season? Because he's shooting for 45 here today.
Well, you reckon there's another 5 in him?
Well, it could be, because we've got a quarter to go in a couple of minutes of this one. He's going back shooting for number 9. Fantastic performance, and he'd have to be now as this ball's on its way, and it's another goal. That's 9 to the flash. And what an afternoon that is for him today. It's an absolutely
inspired by
and that,
Big
boys, is number 6 for the quarter out of 7 goals that they've kicked. And that is fantastic.
What's the most the big fella kicked, Pee-wee?
Oh, you would have been in double figures a couple of times.
I had 11. 11 was the best, but I did notice the double copper there from the
9
flash
goals.
too after kicking that
9
one.
goals, and I tell you what,
double copper.
Boys,
happy with his action down there.
if we're talking Matthews Petroleum Player of the Day, as good as Spencer's been, I'm sure that this is starting to take over as every goal goes through.
9, mate.
I don't think so.
He could end up with 15 today, the way he's going. He's kicked 9, he's 6 in the quarter, and Flash is putting on a clinic. Let's go around the grounds, all thanks to McLaren Hunt Financial Group, and talking about his Flash again. Hang on, he's got a goal! Flash is going to kick 10 and 3 quarters at the top of the 10-yard square. And I'm telling you, he's just putting on an absolute clinic at the Gardens Oval. He's a mad mountain.
He'll kick this to the golf club.
And this will be for 10 in 3 quarters.
7 for the quarter this will be, Matty.
Goober Teal is commentating next door. And Flash kicks
7
it.
for the quarter.
That is...
Bring him off, Neville. Rest him up.
one of the best quarters of football I've seen from an individual.
Give him a spell.
7 in a quarter, 10 for the game. And we aren't even at 3/4 time. Let's go to Ash Kelson, who he kicked plenty of bags out of Dogtown back in his heyday. And
CBC Blue.
Ash, what is the latest Roosters v Blues, mate?
Well, the biggest news up here at the moment, before I give you the score, is Darren Bolden's been back into odds on to win the big pigeon race tomorrow. That's all the talk is up here at the moment.
So where are they starting and where are they starting and where are they finishing, mate?
Burke, isn't it? From Burke, Ash?
Utenadata to Warrnambool.
Gee whiz, so how many Ks is that in day?
Anyway, we'll get back to the footy. Yeah, he's very confident tomorrow. He reckons he's got the gear in him, so...
Gee whiz.
And they're better at getting home than Reddy Striever.
Gee whiz.
Nice lad. South Warrnambool 7-5-47, Warrnambool 3-8-26, and the Muddy very hard to tell them apart. I don't know how I'm going to do the 3-2-1, but we'll do our best. So someone who might have got a kick might get a vote.
Nothing wrong with that,
Right,
mate. You've got to get back to Dagsy. I don't like it, though. If they've heard that, the boys, you heard the roar from the How do you juice up a pigeon? Just unbelievable.
Get him on the treadmill.
Unbelievable scenes at the friendlies. Let's go to Henry Robinson down at Cobden. The Maskell medal winner, of course. What a superstar he was, Henry. He's got the Cobden v Koroit game. What's happening down there, Henry?
G'day, boys. We need Flash Gordon up here to get us a goal, I think, at the minute. We're 9-9-63 Koroit, leading Cobden at 5 behinds.
And keep an eye out tomorrow, Henry. If you see any pigeons going overhead Cobden, they could be Dags.
Exactly.
Don't get the slug gun out, mate. Just put it away.
They've been known to land on top of Fonterra and have a bit of a spell down there too, I think.
3/4 time siren goes here. We've got no Skeeter Cannon at Bushfield, but at 3/4 time here, it's
watching Hawthorn.
2-5-17 Port Fairy, Camperdown 18-917. But the story of the game thus far is Flash Gordon has kicked 10. He kicked 7 in the third term, and fair to say he is on fire. And Peter Ewlands, you're down there. You're watching this show from ground level. What's it like down there, big fella?
Oh, no, very impressive, Matt. He's obviously a very good forward. Just too big for the Port Fairy guys, and all the Camperdown guys are getting in and feeding in quite well.
The delivery's been fantastic.
Move him to full-back. Let him learn something now.
Fantastic. 9 goals, 2-2 behinds that quarter, boys, including 7
I just hope
from Sammy Gordon.
I hope the Port Fairy full-back and that keeps his head up because he's battling hard.
He's having a crack,
He's having
mate.
a real crack, so...
Absolutely.
And I reckon the boys at the bench there might have just told Flash, the boys in the box are absolutely going off about your kicking display and your goal kicking in this third term, because he had a bit of a wry smile there. Hey, listen, we got one more quarter to go on Hampden League Live. We'll take a break, come back with more right after this.
Hampden League Live for Clinton, Bolsh, Warrnambool, Nissan, Badeness Rural, Harvey Norman Computers, Sungold Milk and McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central. 3YBFM.
Harvey Norman, your premium Optus dealer. Receive a $400 Harvey Norman gift card when you connect to a new $69 a month, 24-month SIM-only plan with 80 gigabytes of data for use in Oz. Available now at Harvey Norman. Offer available until withdrawn. Not available with any other offers. Minimum plan cost $1,656 over 24 months. Visit hn.com.au/Optus-BYO for terms and conditions.
Fitz Media Productions is your online broadcast specialist. From meetings and special events to weddings, funerals and sport, Fitz Media's fully equipped mobile broadcast unit provides a professional, reliable live stream anywhere. Contact us today.
I'm Roma Britnell, your local Member of State Parliament. I'm working hard for you and for the South West Coast region to make sure we have a vibrant and prosperous place to live and work. I want to know what matters most to you, to hear your ideas on how to make South West Coast even better. You can email me, catch me on social media, or visit my office in Liebig Street. I'm here to work for you.
Authorised by Roma Britnell MP, 94 Liebig Street, Warrnambool, funded from parliamentary budget.
3 steps: design, plan and construct. Smith & Son Renovations and Extensions take care of all 3 steps to provide you with a smooth and cost-effective process. See Nathan and the team at Smith & Sons, Ferry Street, quality builders and reno specialists.
If you've been injured, make the call. Find out if you have a claim. Madden's Lawyers is the region's most experienced injury compensation firm. Madden's Lawyers. Make the call.
If there's one thing us Aussies know, it's great coffee. Like the best ever McCafe blend. Expertly made by baristas for a smooth, rich taste that hits the spot every time. Now that's coffee fit for an Aussie.
From trees to traffic, Carter Group is the home of fully trained arborists, offering tree removal, trimming and lopping of trees, along with on-site traffic management planners and high-quality traffic management. Visit cartergroup.com.au.
You gotta get down to Pontings, they're the expert crew, who are always here for you. It's where the locals go, where the tradies know. You gotta get down to Pontings, we've got ya.
Right, thanks ladies and gentlemen. Got some lovely Angus bullocks here. Right, I've bid 390. 80 got, thank you. 2, 4, 6, 386, 8, 90, 392, 392. Jack Kelly here from J&J Kelly Stock Agency. We've been in business 30 years this year. We've got a great selling team to help market your livestock. We sell every Wednesday and the last Friday of each month at the Warrnambool Livestock Centre. Contact J&J Kelly Stock Agency and staff for all your livestock needs.
Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater has all your fresh meats ready to go. And small goods handmade on the premises daily. Yeah! Find Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater at Lucas Brothers Butchers with easy, convenient drive-through. Corner of Banyan and Lava Streets, Warrnambool.
Stay warm in one of Narrawong Island Holiday Park's fully self-contained cabins where you can enjoy the sound and serenity of the ocean. Narrawong Island Holiday Park, your water escape on the mainland.
Southwest Local News is fast becoming known for its free, trusted, reliable and compassionate local news service. Southwest Local News. Local, free, always will be. 3 nights a week on Fitz Media's Facebook page.
On 3YBFM, this is Hampden League Live for Clinton, Bolsh, Warrnambool, Nissan, Roma Britnell MP and Madden's Lawyers.
Hampden League Live, 3/4 time, and the great man, Big Porridge, kept downstairs too. He's looking at a picture, the big fella. Have a look at him, one of Port Fairy's avid supporters over here.
Different sort of equipment on today too. He's dressed a bit like yourself, Matt.
He's in the white tub as well, the big fella.
Checking the tickets.
Hey, listen, seriously, how many is Flash going to end up with here, boys? He's got 10 to 3/4 time. 13, Poss?
Yeah, be up to throw. Yeah, we'll go 13.
I might as well go a bit more. I'll go 14.
I reckon he's going to get another 6. I reckon 16. 16
You don't
for
dive
Flash.
over and do your big...
No. Palmer better just put the odds up.
I hope Craig Williams can get 5. That's what I'm
hoping. He's got 4 already.
He's only got 1 ride left, and that's the one I'm on.
Oh, come on. What's he on? What have we got
Felicia.
Oh, Felicia. We'll have to have something on Felicia, I think, just to see the willow. When you're in form, you're in form.
Well, I hope so.
Just like Sammy Gordon. So here we go. Final quarter action underway. It's Sully against Coates. Jumping on top of the football that time was Spence. Oh, coming in nice and hard there was number 36, I think it is, for the Port Fairy Seagulls. And that's Andrew Luxer.
They need another Sully at full back. They need to have him everywhere, unfortunately.
Sully up against Coates. He's tried his butt off, Big Matty. Oh, he's a big boy, and he beautiful tap work too. Nice down to Liccardi. Liccardi kicks long and strong to Pollock. Good fist away. The Rock's there. He's been brilliant for Camperdown too for mine. So's this bloke in Draffin. Kick comes out. Coates has got a little bit of a run on here. Coming out to meet it there was Baker. Goes through his hands. Dalton, he can't quite gather. Well done, and can gather. Inboard to Sully. Just missed the target. Diving on the football there that time. Ball comes out. Good kick full by Stevens, but taking a nice mark there. Camperdown defence. And squares it up, and they're away now, the Magpies half-back line.
That was Absalom. Got it on to Spence, down the line to Baker. Mark's uncontested. He goes down the line. He's got another player loose, and I think it's Lucas.
Close, it's getting there.
So Charlie Lucas, where's the big flash? Here he is! He's got it!
Oh, no.
He's marked it.
He's on
Fair to
fire.
say you're looking for him.
And
He's
down
on
on the
fire,
boundary for a rent for keeps, Peter Yulin. We can sing his praises for his goal kicking, but his delivery, the delivery team today has been outstanding.
Well, he's led, and they've just...
absolutely unbelievable.
He's been fed nicely today. I might change mine from 14 up to maybe 16 goals, I think.
Here's an opportunity for his first.
Unbelievable.
And his 11th for the day. He's only about 30 metres out, so distance not a problem. Slight angle. I think if he kicks slightly to the left-hand goalpost, this will come back, and it does nicely, and that's 11 for Flash. Straight through. That's 11.
He missed a couple early.
That's 11 for the great man. 11. The Shojin concrete scoreboard, the first of the last quarter to the Camperdown Magpies, and they move on to 19-9, 123. They've given that goal to Port Fairy. They've even given some of flashes to him.
I was actually looking. I'm thinking they didn't kick a goal.
But it's 2-5-17, and we've played 2 minutes on the battery wheel time clock. This last quarter, Eyes Kelson for centre stats brought to us by Clinton Bolshenissen.
And they've tried everybody on him. The opponent number 17, I think.
I think they've got to send Paddy Lee down, boys.
How many did Chase Rowan kick this year?
Was it 14? 15?
Yeah, he kicked a bag.
Might have been against Port Fairy too, was it?
Yeah. And Sam Gordon has kicked the last 8 goals, boys, of this game.
What a performance.
It's fantastic.
8 since half time.
8. And, they're going on their merry way. The ball's back in the centre. They've corrected the scoreboard now. Up they go, Coates and Sully. Sully got the tap down. It came straight down to Camperdown, but he was going nowhere.
Matty getting a bit of protein into him for the last quarter.
Having a little protein bar here, boys.
It's Joshy Place. There'll be another ball up in the centre in Coates and Sully. Sully over the top. Kicked off the ground by Spence, who's been brilliant today, but I think he's going to be outshone.
He gets it too, though.
We've been looking at the Matthews Petroleum Player of the Day because the great man up in forward line. Here's another opportunity. He's coming out on a lead. Up he goes. He couldn't take the mark. Falls to the back. Dalton couldn't control it for Port Fairy, and the umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up about 30 metres out from the Camperdown goal. They're doing all the attacking, and they've done so since quarter time because the Seagulls have only added 3 points, and the Camperdown Magpies have added 17 goals, 7. Peter Yulin down there on the boundary for rent for keeps.
Yeah, I think maybe Port Fairy then trying to work out what to do with Gordon. It looked like they might have got a couple back, try to get in his hole then.
Well, they might have to chuck the whole 18 of them. Here's Mohan, an opportunity for Port.
He's been all right, Mohan.
He has been pretty good. Hayes, he got it back out there looking for the youngster, but here's an open goal, and easy as you like to another one, and that is Zachy Sinnett.
He could have handballed the Flash.
He could have given it to Flash. Could have upset the whole pattern.
He's broken the run of 9 goals by the big fella. So that is Sinnett's first for the afternoon, the 20th on the board for the Camperdown Magpies. Rent for keeps on the boundary line, and an injury update thanks to Arts and K. Peter Yulin.
No injury, but the runner was straight out to Sinnott then and said, off you come, mate.
He has come off too.
I think the full four's got tired, boys.
20 goals, 9 eyes, 129, leading the Seagulls 2-5-17.
Would you come off if you're the big forward now?
Wouldn't
You just
like it now,
just
though,
come
would you?
put the cue in the rack, or do you stay out, or what? You just want to kick a few more?
You get a taste for it, Matty. You just want to keep going.
When you're eating at the buffet, Matty, you just keep eating.
Yes, that's right. That's right. You don't leave it short. It's an opportunity out of the centre again, and it will be Absalom on his hands and knees out there for Port Fairy. Was Stevens. He'll kick it off the ground now. Leading in the race is Pollock. He got a handball back to Peake. Peake got it out to Albion Mohan. Mohan got it to Sully. Sully went backwards. Got it out to Duncan. Duncan handballs wide. Here's a chance. Oh, might have got a free kick. There's Luxor. I think he will. High tackle, was it? There's Luxor. Free
Taken
kick
high.
wing position.
He's got a bit of the Sardi Ghazis about him.
He's got a bit of. He looks like a bit like. He's got it on the half court. Like goes down the line. Good mark to Duncan. Probably been one of Port Fairy's best too. Top of the goal square.
What are the Sardi?
Here's an opportunity at ground level for Pollock. He couldn't control it. Oh, now behold.
Take it without it.
No, he didn't have it. Pollock, advantage paid. Out to our man number 12, Lucardi, who kicks a much-needed goal for the Seagulls.
Oh, yes.
And Peter Yulin, there's Lucardi's second for the afternoon, and he's been one of Port Fairy's better players this afternoon as well.
Yeah, he's kept battling on, and that was a great little bit of reward for effort. Well done to the young lad.
Yeah, in particular,
he's been
Pollock.
good, Lucardi. Well done to Pollock. Well done to the Luxor out here. And Paddy Lee, too, just provided that contest up forward. Been all right, Paddy, with limited opportunities. He's getting on in life. He's an older. He's older.
Yeah, he's 26.
No, he's older than that. No, I think so.
I think he is, yeah. But anyway, look,
26.
showed you Concrete scoreboard 3-5.
I reckon he's in his 40s, isn't he? Who?
Yeah,
Paddy
Lee.
No.
20 goals, 9, 129. This last quarter, of course, Matty, brought to you by Clinton Bolsh Nissan.
Oh, magnificent.
We travel in that magnificent Nissan.
Isn't it a
every
good car?
Saturday.
Absolutely the best. Get out and see Benny turn it a wire. Big Rude, Dalton Barbie, Joshy the Wire, Willie Hernan, you name it. They've got them all.
Willie Hernan wouldn't help you.
Here we go. What have they got now? Gordon's kicked at 11. Look at that Sun Gold Milk. Agate down there. Of course, great supporters of the Hampden League. Great sponsors. Umpires have been all right today, boys. If it's let it play. Sully wins it down again. There's Mohan. He's tried hard all day for the Seagulls. So's Coates. He's done well. Handball comes out to Luxor again by Sully. Dispossessed. And holding the football, and the free kick will go to Zachy Sinnott. Sinnott, he's got a teammate on, plenty of space in front of him. Beautiful kick to Isaac Stevens. Flashes on. He's got him. He's got the big fella. Oh, well done there by Harwood. That was good defence. Quick kick off the ground there by Baker. And the ball goes out of bounds. And Harwood's the match up there. That was good defence, wasn't it, Pee-wee?
He's been a couple of good contests now.
Has been now. Here's an opportunity. There's going to be a ball up. Or boundary throw in. Forward pocket.
Crowd's getting into it. What's happened down here? There's a bit going on somewhere.
Not sure, boys. Boundary throw in. It's getting dark here at Gardens Oval too this afternoon. Here's an opportunity out there for Angus Gordon. Come out towards Mohan. Getting there is Nick Hazy. He's been good. The veteran Hazy goes out the back. Pollock, been brilliant. He's runs around, evades one, evades two, gets it out there towards Myers, Oliver Myers. He's a better kick than Graham Myers, but the mark has been taken this time by McBean, getting back for the Camperdown Magpies. Goes back to McBean, the old 1-2. He's got a player short. He'll use him. That's Draffin. Braden Draffin's been good off half-back for the Magpies as well. He goes over the top into some space. Now there's a long kick. That was by Charlie Lucas and little Baker. He's been pretty good too, the little fella on the half-forward flank there this afternoon. So Baker, he's kicked the goal. He's kicked the goal too. He goes short, back to Lucas. He's been brilliant. He's knocked up him and Spence in the midfield. Here's a chance going backwards to Angus Gordon. Goes down long. Oh, a lot of seagulls in. Here's a chance again. Another goal, a snap. And it's another one. And that's to Zach Sinnott, a absolute Lucas Brothers butcher. Snag of the day contender on the boundary line there, Peter Yulin. That's his second for the afternoon. And, one of the best of the day.
That was a beautiful goal. Lovely little check side kick coming in from the forward pocket there. Very similar to the last one he kicked, getting front and centre of the big forward there.
There's been plenty of goals, and plenty of good goals too this afternoon. Plenty of them from a Camperdown point of view, because they're going to 21 goals, 9, 135 to 3-5-23. That's the Shojin Concrete scoreboard. We've played 10 minutes, battery wheel time clock.
Hey, just a pronunciation here. So off our Facebook page, we've been saying it's Segde Lagarde, or Lacarde, or Lacardi. It's actually pronounced Shader. It's an Irish name. Born in Belfast, grew up in Cambodia and Vietnam.
Well, there you go.
So there you go. So it's Shader. I love it. Absolutely love it. Seagulls into attack now. And we're going to go around the grounds, all thanks to McLaren Hunt Financial Group. The Roosters taking on the Blue Baggers. What's happening up there, Ash?
Halfway through the last quarter, South Warrnambool 8-6-54, Warrnambool 4-9-33.
Oh, beautifully done, Ash. And a quick kick out of the pack, and the goals come. Is it Zanotti? No, it's Sully. Sully's kick one for the Port Fairy Seagulls. He's been magnificent all day, Matt Sully. So they go to 4-5-29. They trail the Magpies 21-9, 135. Let's go to Henry Robertson, Cobden v. Karoit. Have you got a goal down there at Bomberland, Henry?
We have, mate. We're on the board, and it's game over here, mate. So it was Cobden, Karoit, sorry. 10-11-71, defeated Cobden at 1-5-11 in very, very prime conditions here.
At least they got a goal, mate. Magnificent to see. We'll come back to the full wrap-up a little bit later on. Henry Robinson doing a magnificent job. Skeeter Cannon out of Bushfield. What's happening out there, Skeet? The Eagles taking on the Portland Tigers.
Sorry, Stewie. It's Reg Gunge on the phone, mate. Skeet can't talk. He's blind. He's gone real cranky. It's halfway through the last quarter. It's the Eagles 10-16-76 to Portland 5-3-33.
Drink responsibly, Reg.
Oh, beautiful. Unbelievable scenes. I've never lost a boundary rider on the rock before. I've had plenty of
now. It's completely out of control.
Oh, dear. We might have to look at his contract here, I think. Oh, Peter Heaton, he's going to be just...
Well, I think we better send him up to the friendlies for a week. Ash Kelson can do it every week, and he still just keeps doing the commentary, doesn't he?
Oh, unbelievable.
Boundary throw in here on that far outer side wing. So Shader Lucardi actually got that clearance there, Matty, and it comes out the back. And here's a chance for our little man. No, that's actually Luxa over there. So Port going into attack again from Smith. Low little worm burner, but getting in front for the Camperdown Magpies over there was James O'Neill. So Jimmy O'Neill, he'll kick back whence it came, down that wing position in front of the scoreboard. Up they go. Little Mohan got in front. It come out the back to Sully. Hadn't stopped trying all day. Has Sully dodges one, dodges two. Got a handball back to Lacardi. So Lacardi back to Mohan. He's under a little bit of pressure. He dropped the footy when he was under that pressure, and the umpire's given him the benefit of the doubt because he said no. He had no prior opportunity, and I'll ball it up right in front of the Shojin Concrete scoreboard, which reads Camperdown 21-9, 135 to Port Fairy 4-5-29, 13 minutes. Clinton Bols Nissen. Last quarter action here at Gardens Oval this afternoon, so the ball's still on that outer side wing over the top. Oh, last little knock on out there was by Charlie Lucas. Put his player his teammate under a little bit of pressure though, and a little bit of a scuffle at ground level, but the boys will sort themselves out and get up, and the umpire will ball it up. We're almost right in the centre of Gardens Oval, Port Fairy here this afternoon, so we're getting a little bit gloomy. Getting a little bit dark, up it goes. Well, he nudged him out. That was Molan, but nevertheless, he was allowed to get on with it. And a good mark taken down there by Isaac Stevens. Now he's got to play a wide at Spence. He can play on if he wants to. Now, where's the Sammy? Here he is on a lead, but chipping in. He wouldn't be happy about that. It was Sinnott, I think, again. So Sinnott will go back, and I'm pretty sure it's Sinnott. Zachy Sinnott will confirm that when he turns around. But, Sammy Gordon was about to take a mark on his chest, Peter Yulin, and Sinnett's bobbed in and said, no, I want to kick me third for the quarter. So he's had a good game too up forward. Sinnott comes in, drop punt, 30 metres out, ball's on its way. It's another one. That's 3 to Sinnott for the afternoon and 22 to the Camperdown Magpies. And they moved on to 22 goals, 9, 141 on the Shojin concrete scoreboard. And they lead the Port Fairy Seagulls 4-5-29. And, Zachy Sinnott, we talk about Matthews Petroleum Player of the Day. He's been pretty good too, Pee-wee.
Oh, he's definitely in contention. He's been around the ground in amongst it all day and finishing off with 3 goals with, potentially options there to get a couple more towards the end of the game. But with the possessions he's had, 3 goals, he's definitely in contention.
Yeah, well, he's trying to track Biggie Sammy Gordon's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He kicked in the third quarter. So out of the centre again. No, he's going nowhere, Matty Sully, and there'll be another ball up right in the centre. We've played 15 minutes, battery wheel time clock. Clinton Bolch, Nissen, final quarter. Sully, beautiful tap, went down to Pollock. He's tackled from behind, could have been ridden into the ground. No, so the umpire came out there towards Draffin. Draffin got it back out there looking for Miles Sinnott. He was under a little bit of pressure. And for Arnson K, there's a man down for Port Fairy in the middle there, Peter Yulin. Keep your eye on that. I think it might be Oscar Pollock, who's on his hands and knees at the moment and in the hands of the trainers.
Yeah, he's been in the wars, the young lad who came off before for a bit of a blood nose. He might have just got winded again.
Yeah, and having a crack, that's for sure. Here's a chance for Port Fairy through Stevens. Archie Stevens got it out towards Mohan. He couldn't control it. Comes back to Mohan. Here's a chance. If he can control it, he'll have a snap for goal. Might have got one too high. No, said the umpire. Stacks on the mill, and I think we'll see a ball up. We will about 25, 30 metres round from the Port Fairy goal, directly in front, so a good clearance here. Might see them have an opportunity to kick another goal, so Sully may even try and do a Tommy Hawkins here and grab this ball out of the pack. It's a ball up, a lot of players around the ground, a lot of players tied. Sully, beautiful tap, only went as far as Draffin, who got a beautiful handball out wide, and that went to Miles Sinnott. Now he goes down the line, but over the top of his teammate, and out of bounds for a boundary throw into that far outer side wing. And we've played 16 and a half minutes on the battery wheel time clock. Shojin concrete scoreboard 22-9, 141. Port Fairy Seagulls 4-5-29.
Yes. Oh, yes. Very, very interesting last quarter, boys, to be honest. The Stig's well and truly out of this one.
Seen, Matt?
Not a great deal, eyes, to be honest. 22-9, 141. Port Fairy 4-5-29. Here goes our man Mohan. He's tried his butt off today. Dodging and weaving there was Miles Sinnott, but he's wrapped up at Mohan. Mark him, have to be in Port Fairy's best today, boys, Mohan.
Definitely.
Yep, tried hard.
Tried very hard. Of course, Gordon, he's kicked 11. Spence has been enormous when we're thinking Matthews Petroleum, player of the day.
Dalton, terrific.
Dalton, sensational. Pollock, Sully. Winners all across the board. Zach Sinnott, that is, and he just got another possession then. Ball comes in, looking for the big man, Gordon. Good handball that time to Absalom. Absalom from a standing start. Oh, hit the post. Hit the post. Stiff there for young Dom Absalom. So 22-10, 142. That is Camperdown, 4-5-29. Port Fairy, Shojin rock hard concrete scoreboard ice.
Yes, the sting's gone out of it, to say the least. Matty, Port Fairy, well, not for lack of trying. They're just undermanned, aren't they?
They absolutely are. Big Icy. Pee-wee down on the boundary. All thanks to Renford Keeps.
Yeah, definitely stinging of the game. It's starting to get a little bit darker here now. I think everyone's just looking for the final siren.
Well, the thing is that our big man, Sammy Gordon, just a 1 goal in this last quarter. Zachy Sinnott has stolen the show with 3. So he's looking to break his 7-goal record. Coates got the tap down. It went out the back there towards Josh Place. Running onto it now is Sinnott again. He was held, no, said the umpire. He dribbles across to Spence. Spence got a break. Now where's Gordon? Before Spence will have a snap himself, and I think he's kicked a goal.
Oh,
well, there is a Lucas Brothers Butchers snagger that I contender if we've ever seen one. We've had plenty today.
Been good.
And that's
They've got some
Spence.
good players,
They have. They're some very good players.
Yeah,
that's his
right,
second for the afternoon for Cam Spence. And I tell you what, if it wasn't for big Sammy Gordon, he might find himself with a $50 fuel card, but he's been fantastic today, has Cammy Spence.
Well, how many stats, all thanks to Spooky Senator Count Stats, Eyes and Pee Wee, you've been keeping them all day?
Yeah. How many for Spence?
For Spence?
Yeah, 32, mate.
32.
That was number 32. So that's a pretty fair effort.
Fair day, mate. And centre clearances, that'd be the big one too. I reckon he's probably had about 7 or 8.
Yeah, I left that to Blackie and he didn't show up, so we don't know.
Shout out to Blackie.
Yeah, not well.
Job too.
Fantastic.
He's not well, the big fella. He's out with a little bit of gastro. Great bake at the break too at half time. All thanks to Kerman's Hamburgers. Magpies into attack once again. Here's Zachy Sinnott. Got plays everywhere leading from one of them is Isaac Stevens, who takes a nice diving mark about 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle. Every chance to kick at this kid. He's got some ability too. Been impressed with him. They have got some young talent coming through Camden. If they can just get a bit more experience back in, and they've got the big full four they can build around. They're not that far away. Comes in, Stevens, kicks on its way. It's bending back, it's a goal. It is a beautiful kick too. 24-10, 154. So that is the Magpies. Port Fairy 4-5-29. That's on the Shojan Rock Hard Concrete scoreboard. It's getting nasty now, boys.
It's getting cool. Is that Isaac Stevens?
Freezing.
I need to kick that.
Yeah, Isaac Stevens, number 12 plus.
Second for the afternoon.
Beautiful kick of the football. Peter Eulens, all thanks to Rent for Keeps.
Oh, no, it was a beautiful kick. Just started at the left goalpost and just worked its way back in nicely.
Kicked the first goal of the day, and, at the 20-minute mark, you'd expect they'd kick more, but there's potential that he could have kicked the last. As Lukey Boland comes back on.
Still probably 7 or 8 minutes to go, Poss.
Yeah, you'd hope so, Oz. Absolutely. So there's a good little handball out the back by Harry Sumner for Camperdown. They're going to attack again. Nice use of the body out there by Charlie Lucas. He's been brilliant today.
Yeah, good player.
And they're coming over the top with an opportunity for Port Fairy. Almost through it. I think he did. Got a little bow hand. He caught one high. Did he? No, said the umpire. The ball comes back towards Camperdown. Where's Flash? Little Baker, he's undermanned there against 2 Port Fairy opponents. Duncan was one of them. Got down to Harwood. Harwood a handball back to Duncan. Good play by the Seagulls. Off half-back goes Long, looking for Peake, leading in the race for the footy. He gathers, he dodges, he weaves. He got a little handball over the top. Was good enough, and that went out there towards the red-headed boy in Adamson. Finally got it out. Now here's the Rock off half-back. Handball over the top. A chance now to go forward again, back to the Rock. Now, where's Sammy Gordon? The Rock will try and find him. Left foot, he's led to the pocket. It goes over his head and marked fortuitously at the back. His number 33 is Fitzgerald, and he'll go back and try and kick, I think, his third for the afternoon.
Behind, I think. Possum?
Yeah, geez, he's played on and kick a point on. Yeah, probably wasn't the greatest thing to do.
No.
A little bit like, what's his name last night for Richmond? What's his name, Mr.
Shea Bolton.
Shea Bolton.
Does it all the time.
Good player.
He didn't care.
He's a good player, mate. He's a bit of a barometer.
He's a star. No, 24-11, 155 Camperdown leading Port Fairy 4-5-29. We've played 22 and a half minutes almost on the battery wheel time clock. Fourth quarter action at Gardens Oval brought to you by Clinton Bolsh Nissan.
Absolutely. So not long to play here in our Hampden League live match of the day. Good mark taken on that time. Kick comes in over the back. Sobey. Gathered there by Myers. Sully. He's wrapped up in a tackle. Handballs to himself. Handball to a teammate who runs, carries the football. Good fist away that time by little Peake. Here he comes.
Oh, Moha.
Oh, coming through there and collected heavily. And I tell you what, that did not look good either. He is moving, so that's a good sign for young Miles Sennett, it is. So just keep an eye on that. They're all getting around him. He's up to his feet, which is really good to see.
Some of them smelling salts from Arts and K.
Oh, yeah, the old smelling salts. Heard them a few times pass over the journey. He's Draffin. One-handed take there. Seagull's got numbers around this. Oh, little Snaky Baker went for a big fly. Colin Harwood, he mops it up. Here he is, Paddy Lee. Oh, Paddy Lee, pay an umpire. Give him one. The veteran. He's fatiguing Lee too by the looks of it.
He looks a little tired.
He does look he'll sleep well
You've got
tonight.
him at 40, so that's probably
Well,
made
what's
him
that
tired.
Stenner, if you're listening, tell me how old he is. The great man, Paddy Lee. Well done that time by Place. That's Josh. Gets it out to the big man in Coates. He's rucked well too. He's been the best today for Camperdown.
Here he is.
Oh, flash! Hits him lace out on the left. And this is for 12. He's 40 metres out on a pretty tight angle.
We're on Palmer bet for 13.
But the way he's kicking, the way he is kicking,
Holding his jaw.
I'll tell you what.
Miles, he's in it. I think he's on the same planet at the moment as us.
No, Pee-wee.
sore jaw, I
All
reckon.
thanks to Arts and K. Keep an eye on that one, Pedro Sivanasiva.
Very sore jaw.
Here he comes, Gordon. This is for 12. Kicks on its way. It's high. I tell you what, it is a goal. It is a goal for the big fella.
Jeez, he's kicked out. What a kicking exhibition,
Mate, this is as good. This reminds me of Big Wombat Fleming. Big Chris Fleming back in his heyday, boys, when he was on song.
Rusty.
That is 12. Spooky's giving us the 12 call downstairs. He's giving it to us, the big fella. And Gordon has kicked 12, boys. And that is the story of the day. 12 out of 25.
Comfortable with me 13 at this point.
That's half the score.
One more.
Do you want to cash out?
Yeah, no, I'm backing
All
it in.
chips in.
Yeah.
25-11, 161 to 4-5-29. Boy, golly. That is a big demolition job here, boys.
I've got them at 26 goals, Matty. I'm not sure whether I've got them down to kicking 8 this quarter. I might be wrong.
I'm not backing you in, mate.
No.
I'm sorry.
I'm with Boss.
Here we go. Sully's tried hard all day, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Port Ferry's best, boys. Just has a crack. Big boy Dalton probably phased out of it a bit in the second half.
Sorry, I apologise. I'm counting Shader Lucardi's goal in that as well. So
Get some tap outs.
Just the 7.
Oh, he does. He's a big boy, mate. Absolutely big boy. Here they go into attack again. Molan dances around one. Look for him. Just kick it to him. No, decides not to. Oh, it was selfish, really.
Well, hit the post.
Hit the post. Yeah, Jordan Short. Oh, it goes through for a minor score.
Typical
That was
forward.
Charlie Lucas. Well, just use him and get him 13. 13! Inboard, here we go. Oh, Baker, I like this kid. Inboard, now this has got to be the swing. Swing and run, he's got gone. Look at the space in front of him. Oh,
He's
no.
ignored him. He wasn't even looking.
Double back
runner out.
flash. Don't turn your back on a full forward that's kicked 12. So this is young Dommy Absalom. Flash has got plenty of space. Hit it to him. Hit him. Oh, gee whiz. It's unbelievable scenes. Flash can't believe it. He rove this. He will absolutely rove this.
He's
off the ground. He's got it. Flash has kicked it.
He said, well, I'll rove him if you won't kick it to me.
I called that, you blokes.
Now stop. He's got 13.
13. Go and hand him the vouchers. Go give him everything.
Run on the ground.
Snag of the day.
It's third of the quarter. It's a complete game, isn't it?
13, 27 minutes gone. And wow, that is just it's been a fair
It's
game.
10 for the half, isn't it?
Yeah, 10 for the half, yeah.
Gee.
10 and a half.
Well, it was
And Colin Harwood's playing on him. He's done a good job in this last quarter, to be honest.
Yeah. Nice Colin.
Yeah, he had 3 and a half times. Colin. Matty Sully hasn't given up trying because he got it out there to our little man, and he's hurt too, Shaybar Lucardi. Here they come again. Lace out.
Surely.
No, I think so.
Mark, he's on the lead. He's on the lead! There he's got it again!
I said 14, did I? Or 16? What did I say?
He's number 16, but this will be for number 14.
I think you said 14, Sivanasiva.
Yeah, I did go for the 14.
Sivanasiva, he's only
that's in
about...
trouble.
Well, he's directly in front, and he's...
Well, the way
distance,
he's kicked, he's just going to kick it.
distance not a problem, and you'd expect him to go back and hit up a number 14, and this, in fact, will be number 48 for the season too, Matty, so
Gee whiz.
have we got time for 50? Gordon comes in, drop punt on its way. There is number 14. No, he's missed it to the right.
Bit of theatre. I think the goal umpire's on my 13.
I think he's on our 13 side. I was with eyes. So, 26 goals, 13.
What do you reckon? How many points he kicked too?
Well, he probably
Well,
would have
he
kicked
kicked a couple
5 or
early,
6.
I know.
Yeah, he's
So
probably at
probably
least
4,
4, I
maybe.
reckon. At least
13,
4.
4 or 5.
He's had a few touches of the Sharon, that's for sure. So, well, they're 140 points in front of the Seagulls here this afternoon, and we've played nearly 29 minutes on the Battery Wheel time clock. Clinton Bolsh, fourth quarter action here at Gardens Oval. There's our little man Mohan in front. He
The
couldn't
last
control
time,
it.
I reckon someone
Gone
would have
over the
kicked
line.
bags like this at the Gardens Oval Port Ferry would have been Frankie Matthews, or Matty Chilcott.
Or Bernie Baxter.
Or Bernie Baxter.
Yes. Well, they
or
kicked
Stenhouse. Darren.
There'll be a boundary thrown
Chilton
over on
kicked
that
a lot.
wing. He did. He was a good player. So Sully and Coates, good knock by Sully, out to the advantage of Duncan, but he couldn't quite control it. At ground level is the Phillip Hill mullet. And that is Sobe. He's won the Phillip Hill Award for the best mullet of the day. Oh, it's this Phillip Hill hairdressing. He goes wide to Mohan. Mohan takes a bounce. He might take another one, will he? No, runs inside 50, goes bang to the top of the goal square. Pollock! Well, I tell you what, if he took that, he would have got a pizza. Now's the chance over the top it goes. Oh, good tackle. Butted up Pollock. He might win himself a free kick. No, he should have. Little short kick will come out here and it'll go to Absalom. But no, he ignored Absalom. Went over his head and is fact marked by Dundon. Oh, here they go. Here they go. Over the top. Righto. Now we've got Lucas. Give it out the back to Sinnott. He lace out to the big man. No, he's not there.
He's
this
not
is
the big
Fitzgerald.
man. He's the other big man.
Oh, he's played pretty well today up forward too, Fitzgerald.
Been good in the second half.
Yeah, well, he'll be going back to shoot for goal number 3. And, well, Camperdown's 27th for the afternoon.
God,
So Fitzgerald
big
comes
win
in,
at the end, isn't it,
drop
really?
punt. Tightish angle, good kick off the boot, beautiful kick off the boot. He's kicked a goal.
Oh, that's a good goal.
He's kicked a goal. Number 3 for Fitzgerald for the afternoon, and the Camperdown Magpies go on to 27-13, 175 at the 30-minute mark on the Shojin Concrete scoreboard.
There you go. So we've just been
4 for
told that
5.
Stephen Nichols for Camperdown has kicked 14 at the Gardens Oval Port Ferry. So that is the Camperdown record. Stephen Nichols back in probably 94, I reckon. 93, 94.
Can we get a message down to Swaney to clear the forward line?
Just got to start looking for him. There can't be long to play here. Goober, what's on the time clock? The Battery World time clock next door. 1 minute 20 to go from the best timekeeper
He can
in
equal the record, Matthew.
Southwest Victoria. Here go the Magpies into attack once again. Beautiful kick out to Baker. He can't quite gather. He's collected. Ruka comes through as well. Well done there too by the Port Ferry defence, and that was Stevens. Free kick's been plucked out. It's going to go to the Port Ferry Seagulls, and it is that man Stevens who's tried hard all day.
Yes.
So Stevens on centre wing. About a minute to play here. 13 goals from Gordon. Fist away. There's Sinnott. He's taken high. Umpire says play on. Trying to duck through the rock. He's dispossessed. Gets it back to number 36. Goonan. Oh, good mark. Is that Paddy?
That's Paddy.
That's Paddy Lee. He's taking a screamer. Mark that one down as a Matco Hire highlight. And Paddy Lee, the veteran. We don't know his age as yet.
Could be 41.
But he's going to go back and have a shot. Distance might test him, to be honest.
Jeez, she's giving him away. He'll kick this.
Distance might test him. Coming in, Lee. The wind farmer. Kick.
Yes, mate, that's
I called it perfectly.
It might be time for Camperdown. No.
And there's the siren. There is the siren. So at hard, full time, 27-13, 175. That is Camperdown Port Ferry, 4-5-29. And Sammy Gordon, boys, has finished with 13 goals, 4 or 5, we reckon. Unbelievable.
Enormous effort, isn't it? Enormous effort. And
Who's
a lot
going-
of opponents for the day.
Now, who are we sending downstairs? I think the great Possum Kelly might
He's
go
versatile,
downstairs.
isn't he?
Mate, I've never seen a bloke playing more positions than the
Oscar.
sidewinder.
Might get another job next week.
Unbelievable. But Pee-wee and Eyes, that was one of the best forward performances I've seen for some time.
Unreal.
Oh, that second half, it was quite impressive. I can't remember exactly what he kicked for the second half, but he was involved in everything. Clean marking, good kicking. It was a very impressive second half, but all over the ground for the whole day, because I think in that first quarter, Matt, did you have, I think you got one and probably missed 2 or 3 there, so he's in amongst it, and once he's straightened up, he was unstoppable.
He was unstoppable, and Helen Gleeson, Trent Hill just shout out there about 39, they're saying, for Paddy Lee, so just under the 40.
Oh, well, there you go. You said him at 40.
So thank you.
I'm on my way, boys.
The Proclaimers done it. Umpired well today too, the boys. Done a good job, but to be honest, it was, after quarter time, it was just all Camperdown, wasn't it?
Was it ever? Yeah, absolutely. There's Porky Barker. He would have kicked a few over here too. Matty Stewart.
Back in the heyday, my oath.
Absolutely.
My oath.
But I guess, just talking about Camperdown just quickly, they had a good win last week, so you can see they're building something on this second half of the season. So it was an impressive display, and I was quite pleased with some of their movement today from the young players.
Goober's taking no time getting downstairs either to get amongst it.
No, he's straight down there. They'll nearly cheer off Big Flash Gordon, and our man downstairs is Philip Possum Kelly, and Possum is making his way over to the man of the moment. He's 13 snags. Matty Sully just giving him a little bit of a pat in the back there as well, to say well done, mate. That is one cracking game. And Possum, as we go downstairs to you, mate, you got the man of the moment in Big Flash Gordon.
We have, boys, and Sammy, do you count?
Can't count past 10, I don't think.
Oh, you can't pass. Well, it's no indictment that you can't count past 10, mate, because you bagged 13, a fantastic effort, and look, from an individual performance, fantastic, but the way you guys control the game after quarter time in particular was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good. I mean, we've had a pretty tough year, both sides. Just good reward for effort, I think, the last 2 weeks, obviously to roll Portland, which is great, and to roll into this week and beat Port Fairy pretty well. So, yeah, it was good as an individual game, but also as a team game, so...
Mate, I had a bit of a look. I don't know whether you knew or not, but I think you were sitting on about 36 goals or 35 goals before today, so terrific effort to kick 13. But some of the delivery today, you must admit, was absolutely fantastic. Lace out a few times, Cam Spence in it, coming through the middle, Charlie Lucas, all the boys around that half-forward line midfield. The delivery was great.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, we really worked hard and we really got on top in the midfield and really worked well into the forward line. There was heaps of space and, makes my job pretty easy when they're hitting me like that. So.
The scoreboard says, a very, very comfortable victory by you guys, but at the same time, it was a fairly hard-fought contest. I mean, Port Fairy never gave in. I mean, they obviously lacked a lot of firepower up forward, but in general play, it was a pretty hard-fought game.
Yeah, especially early. I mean, that first quarter was pretty tough. We sort of got on top of them a little bit in that second quarter, and we sort of were able to roll on top of it, but I mean, credit to them. I mean, they've had a tough year like us, and they keep fighting, so, it was a tough-fought game.
Good on you, mate. 13 sausage rolls and a couple of old forwards, Peter Yulin and Matty Stewart, up in the commentary box. Certainly enjoyed it, and we'll get in and see if we can sing the song.
That sounds good. Good on you,
boys.
Good stuff, Possum, down there. Get in and get the song too, because I've got a feeling they're going to sing it with some gusto, and I reckon Flash will be front and centre. It was just a magnificent performance, to be honest, and I reckon Neville Swain would be absolutely delighted with the last couple of weeks from Camperdown. He called them about 4 or 5 weeks ago. They got rolled by Terrene Morley. They were disappointing in the second half, but they bounced back.
Oh, definitely. They've been definitely working on something, and you can see that their game plan is coming through, and they're a young side and not very big, other than, the big full forward and whatever else, but the way some of that movement and, like Sinnott and those sort of guys, just breaking those lines and carrying the ball through. It's quite an impressive display from them. So I'd say the coach would be very happy with that team the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I reckon you're absolutely spot on, Pedro. You've been immaculate this afternoon too, mate. Special comments role down on the boundary, braving it. Full credit to you this afternoon, and well done on being part of the coverage this afternoon. You had the choice between going out and playing 18 holes or coming over to the commentary box, and you chose wisely.
Oh, well, I think the feed that I got put on, I think I did choose wisely. There was some great little singers, little chicken roll there at lunchtime as well. But it's been very enjoyable. Thanks for the invite and the come over for the day, and I've really enjoyed seeing some good football over here.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've enjoyed your company. You're, one of those unassuming gentlemen that gets the job done. Do we?
They're getting the job done, and we might go downstairs to Possum Kelly, the Magpies winning song.
Hey! Yes, sir! Raise the flag!
It's the emblem for you and for me to rock. It's the emblem of who? See we love who? See on the black and the white to rock. Every heart beats right for the black and the white. Let me sing this song to you. What we sing for all the greatest days of all. Here on the black and the white.
Beautifully done down there for the Camperdown Magpies. They were way too good for the Port Phillip Seagulls in our Hampden League Live match of the day this afternoon. This is the post-game. All thanks to Conquest Pools in Warrnambool and Town and Country Pizza and Pasta. We're going to take a break, come back, go through our award winners and then around the grounds. All thanks to McLaren Hunt Financial Group.
Hampden League Live for Clinton Bolsh Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, Harvey Norman Computers, Sungold Milk and McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central. 3YBFM.
If there's one thing us Aussies know, it's great coffee. Like the best ever McCafe blend. Expertly made by baristas for a smooth, rich taste that hits the spot every time. Now that's coffee fit for an Aussie.
Fitz Media Productions is your online broadcast specialist. From meetings and special events to weddings, funerals and sport. Fitz Media's fully equipped mobile broadcast unit provides a professional, reliable live stream anywhere. Contact us today.
Woohoo! The footy's back, bigger and better than ever. Just like the boys at Peter Bolsh Bridgestone, now offering full logbook servicing and mechanical. With tyres starting from $60 and zip pay available. Why go anywhere else? Peter Bolsh Bridgestone, Ferry Street.
The Country Care Dental team listen, care and explain so you know you're in good hands. From no-gap cleaning to advanced procedures, they'll look after you. Open 8 to 7 weekdays in Hamilton and Camperdown. countrycaredental.com.au.
From trees to traffic, Carter Group is the home of fully trained arborists, offering tree removal, trimming and lopping of trees, along with on-site traffic management planners and high-quality traffic management. Visit cartergroup.com.au.
When building a new home, the first place to go is Greens Bricks and Windows. They stock PGH Bricks trend windows and doors with double glazing to all styles. Make the right choice. See Greens Bricks and Windows, 7 Robson Street, Warrnambool.
I'm Roma Britnell, your local Member of State Parliament. I'm working hard for you and for the South West Coast region to make sure we have a vibrant and prosperous place to live and work. I want to know what matters most to you, to hear your ideas on how to make South West Coast even better. You can email me, catch me on social media, or visit my office in Liebig Street. I'm here to work for you.
Authorised by Roma Britnell MP, 94 Liebig Street, Warrnambool, funded from Parliamentary Budget.
You gotta get down to Pontings, they're the expert crew who are always here for you. That's where the locals go and the tradies know. You gotta get down to Pontings. We've got ya. Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop. Time for you, time for me, love and everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. The sun don't.
3 steps. Design, plan and construct. Smith & Son Renovations and Extensions take care of all 3 steps to provide you with a smooth and cost-effective process. See Nathan and the team at Smith & Sons, Ferry Street. Quality builders and reno specialists.
Did you know that Badeness Rural have 3 agronomists and an experienced in-store team to help service the needs of their clients? With the right advice and the latest in agriculture technology, they provide a tailored service specific to your farm needs. Helping you boost production and keeping costs in check is what they do best. From on-farm agronomy to decades of expertise in-store to help you get the best results. Call in and see them today. Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Caramit Road, Warrnambool.
Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater has all your fresh meats ready to go. And small goods handmade on the premises daily. Yeah! Find Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater at Lucas Brothers Butchers with easy, convenient drive-through. Corner of Banyan and Lava Streets, Warrnambool.
On 3YBFM, this is Hampden League Live for Harvey Norman Computers, Carter Group and Peter Bolsh Bridgestone.